So, folks, here we are just waiting. Oh, wait. No, they have not started yet. I think that's just them. You ready? Yes. I mean, they just gave the green light to everyone. Alright. Let me message both players. We are specking. Alright. No, don't share anything. Right, so we are. Both players are ready.
Almost in game. Almost in game.
Almost. We're waiting for them to, I guess, send an invite to each other.
So who else is in the bracket?
We have
Peter Max.
Peter
Max again today. Peter Max Darnelia is a good one. They're both very regular high legends. Havildar, It, and W.
And the people I picked don't seem to be a kind of. Oh, they have a gun. All right. So we're gonna go to this.
I'll jump into Nerazuri.
Pull them both up in just a second. And go.
We stand united.
Glitching on us. Oh, there it is. Cool, as you can see both players' hands. We're going to be looking at, here's Nerazari's list. You can see him, and you can see OG Flex's hands. Alright, we have OG Flex on the, he really likes this build. I see him a lot on this, both on his stream and on, when I play him, he's constantly on this, just go face
Battle Mage.
Yep.
Time to fight Battle Mage. Couple names.
Yeah, Charmer Mage for the Charger. And then we have Nazari. I've seen him on this quite a bit. He was actually playing, I will say, he was playing the Token Crusader before it was cool. Actually, before the expansion, I believe he had a Token Crusader build.
Yeah, he's been a big fan of this for a while. I don't know. It feels like this should be a pretty good game, pretty good matchup for the Charge Battle Mage, right?
I agree.
I mean, Dawnstar Healer might swing it though.
That's huge, yeah.
So, with Charge Battle Mages, you usually have to race them. It's very difficult to control them. You can play a lot of life gain, I find, but they're not easy to control. You usually have to race, and I don't know. Nerazuri's hand looks very defensive right now and not very racy.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. I mean, Power Masters are gonna be a big help, I think. A lot of things do have small HP. Yeah, ping effects, and the whole Token Crusader is pretty good at fighting for board to an extent, so maybe. But the thing is, the Flex doesn't care about board to an extent. This deck just send it all.
All your creatures fire off once, done. They've dealt damage to you, do whatever you like, don't care.
Just send the house. So. Ooh, buffing up the sweet roll. But Nazari does have a great Pyromancer with the rapid shot. He can full clear actually.
Yeah.
So that's...
So Pyro for board, Dawnstar Healer for recovery. It sounds like a solid game plan.
Ooh, that's nice. Pyromancer just clears a board like that. This feels satisfying. You know those things that is visually appealing to look at? That's one of them for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time you get a 4-kill with the Pyromancer. I've gotten, I think 6 is my record. I remember 5 recently, but when you blow up your opponent's lane and your own lane, just everything dies. They're glorious.
It just, thematically, kind of, he's supposed to be like a maniac, so it really fits.
Yeah, big burn everything. Call of Valor makes sense.
Alright.
Oh, he has Bruma Profiteers. Alright, this is going to be way too much life gain, right? This is a lot of pressure, a lot of control, and a lot of life. Sounds like bad things for a Battle Mage.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not what you want to see. It does have the silence, but of course Dawnstar comes this turn. I wonder if he'll play it. Probably. Let's see. Yeah, this is the Dawnstar. Maybe a Circle Initiate as well.
Yeah, it sounds good.
I love that card. That card's actually amazing.
Unlike other battle mages, so Prophecy Battle Mage is pretty infamous, right? In that they can hit you, but you can't hit them back. Because otherwise they prophecy and kill you. This Charge Battle Mage doesn't have that same strength. You can hit those guys. They don't run many prophecies.
So I do wonder, if you're, you have the 10-card sideboard, and you just tech in the prophecies? You try to tech in the Prophecy Battle Mage against decks like this?
That sounds like an idea, doesn't it? Yeah, that does sound like a good idea. I'm curious whether Flex has thought of the same thing.
That's what I would have done. I'm like, alright, so I gotta be able to go charge against control and the slower decks, but against the other fast decks, I want to tech in prophecy. And 10 cards is quite a bit, you can convert.
The charge plan is quite difficult to control, the prophecy plan is quite difficult to race. You just adapt whichever one you need. That's the appeal of sideboard formats. I love it when you get to do things like that.
I thought that Bolt had to have hurt, but he had no choice.
I have no fear of you, cowardly skeever.
Alright, got that punch in for did 6 damage.
The day is mine.
Oh no, that's right, he healed. No rune for you.
Attack.
Ooh, yeah, I thought he was gonna take out a creature, but no. Just go face, that is the plan. But top decking another Dawnstar for Nazari. That's not good.
I'm just looking at this Pyromancer Craigasm again.
Oh my god, yeah. The value from the Pyromancer is going down.
He messed up his trades a little. Oh well.
Okay, so he's shocking.
Now he burns his Stone Profiteer to death.
Yeah.
It shouldn't matter though.
Yeah, those Pyromancers made all the difference, honestly. Getting such value both times was pretty huge. If there's a Bolt, he'll probably go for the Dawnstar, I'd imagine. Which is kind of cool, you can actually prevent the healing from that card now.
The Dawnstar? Yeah. Although, I don't know, we've heard reports of bugs and things. It's not entirely consistent. But yes, generally speaking, you can prevent a Dawnstar healer's heal. Or, it's not just preventing, you can race a Dawnstar's healer's heal. If you're on 1 life, or on if you're on 2 or 3 life, and you want to heal out of Lightning Bolt range by breaking a rune, that's a scary situation.
Alright, so Flex top deck in Underworld Vigilante and Orc Clan Captain. I wonder if he'll use that Vigilante to take out the Dawnstar healer. As painful as it, nope, just go face. I like it.
Just go face.
There's only
Facing
one
lethal on the backswing.
Yeah. I mean, there's only one room left, so maybe you just figured you gotta play to win it.
Yeah, I think he can see the writing on the wall. He's pretty done.
The forest will not suffer your presence.
There's a nice Earthbone Spinner, get past that guard. Let's see.
This actually gives Flex a Mortal Gatekeeper out, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It gives Flex a Lightning Bolt out. I think that spinner was a mistake. It should be fine. Yeah.
That is game 1 of 3 going to Irizuri. Alright, so both players are going to be on their sideboard. So they're going to be chilling out here. We'll see. So maybe Flex did go for the thing of the prophecy plan. So that's what I would have done. Like, I think that's pretty sweet. Flexible deck. I didn't think about Battle Mage being that flexible until I mentioned that, but I usually think of Mage being the one I'd want to go in. The sideboard tournament.
Yeah, any deck that can transform into like just 2 completely different archetypes with minimal changes, those decks usually get a big advantage in sideboard formats. It's possible he's just gone for more of a like shifting resources. Like there's a lot of plans for sideboards. It's a matter of speeding up or slowing down your deck. So it's possible he's just gone for that as well, rather than changing plan.
For sure. Let's see. What with Nazari in there now? So what do you think Nazari is doing with his sideboard? I mean, he's got to be feeling. I mean, I can tell you one thing: those Skavens are definitely staying.
Yeah. Well, he seems to have all the healing and clears and the racing tools in the main deck, right? So Profiteers, Healers, Pyros. He has what he needs in the main. I can't imagine he has too much more in the side. Possibly. I don't know, can you think of too many more big healing cards? More Prophecies is fairly common. He could increase his own prophecy count.
I don't think he'd change much, to be honest. I think he's feeling pretty good about the way that game went. You have a lot of cowards. Like, unfortunately, with this battle mage, a lot of their health totals aren't the greatest, so that Pyromancer does work. And then the healing really helps in the race. And also, I mean, I believe he's running raiding parties and such, right? Those tokens really do add up for both kind of contesting the board to clear out threats while pushing and able to push damage. And the beautiful thing is there's 0 cost.
Yeah.
So let's see. We're still waiting on them. Thinking about their deep, intense sideboards.
Tyr is potentially something you could side into. Tyr is a nice prophecy guard. Stonewall the charge battle mage, race them. Where Tyr is not necessarily something everyone runs in their main deck either.
As a fan of Tyr, that'd be kind of cool, but I don't up there starting. Let me.
Okay, we'll jump into Ner'zhur's game again.
Alright.
Time to fight.
In just a moment, folks. And we are back.
So what's in Flex's hand at the moment?
Currently, he has a Raging Minotaur, Sharpshooter
The North.
Scout, 2 Sharpshooter Scouts, and a Stormcloak. Slight delay here, but yeah. 2 Sharpshooter Scouts, probably not one you want to see right now.
Ooh, Gourmet wrecks that guy, doesn't it? Wow. It's better than a Pyromancer.
That is way better than a Pyromancer.
That's that nice feeling. It's like hitting a Wardcrafter with a Gourmet. Just that nice feeling, bypassing the lot, you're gone. None of your Ward shenanigans, none of your last gasp shenanigans, it's just gone.
Oh man.
My arrows shall fly true.
I don't think all these one. See, a Pyromancer right now just would be insane, right? If you just top deck one of those. But it looks like, alright, gets the Earthbone Spinner, but still, let's see what he's doing. Black Dragon?
This is the interesting.
Yeah.
I like the Black Dragon here. But this is the interesting conundrum against
I shall cure it.
Charge Battle Mage, right? Because you have a big 5/5 in play. You know, monstrous creature. No one's going to complain about the Black Dragon stats and stat line. But she's attacking 1/1s. So do you send your 5 damage into a little 1/1 body every turn, or do you smash their face for 5? And Charge Battle Mage puts you in these sorts of dilemmas.
Time to fight.
Yeah, it makes it just very awkward. He's trying to contest these 1/1s. It's like, kind of wish he was a Hive Defender at the cost, right? Because at least you could shut them down. But,
Yeah, absolutely.
but now it's just like, well, a big scary creature is fighting these. Token decks always make it awkward to control them when you're in that kind of position. Because, I mean, especially using a spell or anything, or a big creature swinging on a token and then still having a bunch of damage really sucks. But that Rift Flame is not going to do too much work. Well, it does take out the 3/2.
Yeah, I think I like gunning down the Minotaur with rapid shots here. You set up a big guard, you gun down the Minotaur so he can't get through the guard, and then flexes out of cards.
I think that was a solid play. And he taps us an Orclane Captain, which will add a bit of damage. Wonder, he'll probably want to push for 4, ignoring the
So how many resource extending things does Flex have? Is he stuck drawing tiny little creature every turn, or do you think he has, you know, the Jarls or not the Fate Weavers, I guess?
I don't think I see Yarrow. I think typically, yeah, I don't think he runs Yarrow.
It sounds like he's stuck with whatever little creature he draws each turn. Then that's going to make it tricky.
Well, interesting enough, the Black Dragon's killing off the smaller tokens.
There's a plan.
So he has no more Sharpshooter Scouts and no more natural Firebrands.
The forest will not
But
suffer.
he's out of cards. Zari has the Zari has the board. Looking pretty good. Elix pushes for more reach, but
Come at me.
I don't think.
Fire!
Maybe the Dawnstar Healer is in the hand. Oh, Hive Defender is great here too. Ooh. I wonder if he teched in the Rift things. I don't think he was running that before.
Teched in the Rift things. Yeah, it's cutting Rift things actually started to become more and more popular in Crusader these days. It wouldn't surprise me to learn that he didn't have them in the main deck. It's as good as Rift Thane. As good as the Rift Thane is, he's still, at the end of the day, a 2-health body in a world of ward creatures and firebolts, right? So
absolutely. So I think
you can be a 2-mana 10-2 when you still get eaten by a Daggerfall mage.
So I think it was a tech choice. He said, you know what, I'm always going to be a little bit behind in health. The way the deck is, the nature of this deck. Ooh, that top deck. Not what you want to see here right now. Yeah, so I think taking on those Rift things is a good move, because now you just get additional guards that usually trade well against your opponent's paper creatures. I see him probably throwing down the Dawnstar Healer here. For getting health and having the board. I think this one's over. I don't really see Flex having out, especially with the Dawnstar Healer. Unless that he throws the Dawnstar and that first rune is a bolt. I still don't see it.
Well, I was completely wrong when I picked Flex as the favorite in this matchup, huh? This is a lot of healing and guards from Nerazuri that I really didn't expect.
Hey man, that's the beauty of sideboard.
Flex.
Beauty of sideboard, man. It just changed your deck completely. Like he made it, he threw in those Rift things and changed.
The whole thing is defense, racing, and healing. It's everything Flex's Battle Mage hates to see.
Let's see, a Raider and a Captain and Underworld Crusader. I mean, Vigilante for Flex. Sentinel Battle Mace. Yeah, those guards are just super annoying because you have to waste part of your damage getting past those. So imagine he probably wants to take out the Hive Defender just so he can hide the rest of the creatures in the Shadow Lane and try to push damage, but that damn Dawnstar Healer that's going to be around still. Interestingly enough, he can't play out all his creatures due to the Garnag. Yep, so looks like he's going for that line, like I mentioned, for that, for your Shadow Lane creatures.
Vigilante does choke your mana a little, yeah. She can be clunky at times. But this is a lot of damage coming back at his face. Yeah. All the healing, all the cards in hand.
This one looks over.
Sometimes the concede button has the highest win rate. But I can always understand not conceding in tournaments, though. Okay, there we go.
And
Missouri cleans it up.
That ends that first session there. Nerazari in a very convincing fashion.
Right. So who we got up next?
Alright, let me check the brackets. Let me see who is still playing here.
This is single elimination. Flex is now eliminated, I believe.
Right.
I hope I haven't got the rules horribly wrong.
Alright, so Roman S beat his opponent. So maybe we can spectate.
I'm always cheering for Romanesque. Romanesque.
The bros. The Archer bros. Alright.
Yeah.
So Roman S, we're waiting to see Havildar versus ITNW. Both are also excellent players. I would like to see Roman S versus Havildar. I do like a fan of watching Havildar.
I have Havildar on a friends list. Cool. I can do that one.
So are they starting it? Or have they not reported? Looks like Havildar still in his round 1 game. Let's see who else is.
Yeah, I'm seeing Havildar in a game at the moment.
He's playing ITNW, I imagine. So I actually may have both these players on both my list, so we might just hop into that. Let's see, there's Havildar, ITNW, I'll spectate him there. Then on this other one, we will go to Havildar. Yeah, back in the show, both blended.
Ooh, mid-range mage. This is
versus scouts.
This is the interesting matchup of the format. Mid-mage versus scout. This has been going through a lot of turmoil recently, because it's traditionally been really Ram Scout favored, and that's not necessarily true anymore. Mid mages have been doing well. I don't know. Ram Scouts got some work to do to figure out this matchup again to regain their lead. This is one they need a favorable matchup. If you're weak to mid-range mage in this format, it's an ugly place to be.
Concur. I do wonder what the sideboard choices would be for the scout player to try. I mean, there's not really a lot of great prophecies for scout to have access to, so that's not really a route they can typically go to. I wonder if those Moonlight Werebats are natural, or did he sideboard those in to hope maybe hit a Werebat, score a trade or some annoying healing?
Well, assuming these aren't, this is not game 1, right? That this is presumably game 2 or 3.
It's going to the brackets. We don't know because they may not have reported it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You need to actually go in and report that. So I could actually message the players. Although I typically don't like doing that. I don't want to I know some people like to completely focus on their game.
Yeah, it's all good. I never report my individual games either. I'm one of those waiting till the end of a match.
Thanks, Link.
Full confession.
Appreciate ya.
Yeah.
So if you know why it's hard to organize these things, you can thank people like Link now. But
yeah. Werebat's a curious choice, though. That you must have had a lot of late game you needed to cut, because if you have Werebat in the sideboard, I'm not sure you bring it in, right? And if it is in your main deck, I think I like siding it out a lot. Werebat's big weakness, right, is his 2 health. That's ever since he was nerfed many, many months ago now.
Yeah.
He's had a big weakness to the blue decks. The ward creatures, the firebolts, the hive defenders. And that's what this deck is made of. So
Let's see.
sideboarding can make you do some weird things. Like sideboarding can have some strange incentives where you turn one really bad card into a less bad card for the matchup. That's part of the fun of sideboarding. So maybe that's the case. Yeah.
Bringing back the Werebat. It looks like he's going for a healing plan. I mean, he does have the Red Brahmin when the actual turn does come down. And, I mean, Werebat's an annoying creature that has to be taken care of because all the healing he does.
Yeah.
Let's see. Thorn Hissmage is a nice pickup here. Let's see. He has a couple interesting lines. He can go Thorn Hissmage, Tree Minder. A double ramp going. Let's see. Giant Snake, Tree Minder, shut them down. Maybe try to protect the Werebats. I think I like Thorn Hissmage, Tree Minder, just greedily ramp. Did see him touch Red Brahmin. Please don't play it now. You know you gotta save that. You know what blue decks have. Keep that bad boy.
Yeah. You're effectively Red Brahmining just a Daggerfall mage. You can get a better value from him than that.
Absolutely.
This Saltair is a pretty good hit from his defense.
No! I see it. What are you doing? Stop!
Messed it up. He doesn't have the Odoving. He doesn't have the Odoving, does he?
Why? No. Now when the Atro comes, what are you gonna do? I guess maybe you hope to score a Saltair and hope that Red Brahmin dies? No, don't trade it in. If he's shackled, you might as well heal for 4-hit face. Then kill him next turn.
Yep. I think NW messed up that turn.
Oh no, now that
That's
fault.
all good.
Like, how you gotta hope to find the Atro answer when he comes down.
I'm looking at this Saltair that he managed to Thief of Dreams. That Atro is not the last Atromancer he plays.
Yeah.
More coming.
The Atro loop. So the trick was to nerf Brilliant Experiment and then reprint it as a purple card. Well done. Oh man.
Okay, so let's see. How do you beat double Atromancer here? I know you're on 27 life, but maybe you just outlast it. Woodland Lookouts.
Lookouts is
Does he have a Woodland Lookout?
Yeah, he does have a Woodland. Woodland is an insane card. So that may help a lot. But I think that Red Brahmin be able to mitigate one Atro's pressure would have been nice to have. If he wanted to shackle, maybe Giant Snake. I guess he was scared of that Daggerfall.
There's a decent chance Woodland Lookout can out-sustain this. As much damage as an Atromancer does, Woodland Lookout heals for a lot too. You can deal 12 a turn and still heal 12 a turn.
Yeah, that burst healing is nothing to scoff at. So we'll see the Atro comes down. And Havildar has me feel pretty good about this Atro, knowing Red Brahmin isn't. But then again, Oda, this
There's
is...
an argument for Javelin here, actually. Havildar's considering it, at least. So the Javelin represents 6 damage to the face that you're never getting back. Yeah. I don't mind that. This game's going to be slow, so... just playing that grindier line, I don't hate that. Okay, so I don't get to see it in W's hand, but there's a if he has a Woodland Lookout, there's a whole lot of healing and guard options he can take here that's still winning the game.
He does have the Lookout, and I do like the other Werebat.
Yeah, Werebat's another healing option. So yeah, he can out-sustain an Atromancer here. The important thing against an Atromancer is to control the field lane, and It and W does have solid control of the field
I
lane.
summon thee.
Here it comes, everyone's favorite card.
I used to complain about that girl more than anyone, but I like the Atromancer now.
Well, you're a bad person, you should feel bad. Nah, but, yeah.
Once upon a time, we used to rage about her.
I still do, you're talking about. I'm still salty. But then again, I play Control Spell Sword, and she's just such a pain to deal with.
Yeah. You can play 47 Mud Crabs, 3 Supreme Atromancers, and go beat the hell out of Control Spell Sword.
Alright, see, that's a little much, the Mud Crabs. I'm gonna have to stop it right there, Link. You went too far that time.
We'll have to do it one day. Okay.
Ooh, is that a Fate Weaver?
Yeah, I like Fate Weaver. That's a cool one. So, Atromancer attacks the Tree Minder. Atromancer attacks the Tree Minder.
Oh, let's not.
Curse you.
No fear. I think
Cloud
this...
Rest attacks the... because you break through the snake. You Cloud Rest the snake and break through it with the Atronak. He misses 1 point of damage that way, but he preserves an entire creature.
This is true. I'm probably more favorable
Well,
players.
maybe have...
But I think
maybe
he's...
have
Little
a-
distraction might
I think he sees the Soul Tear, you know, and just like, hey, next turn, he's gonna kill Atro, and he'll just gonna bring Atro back. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Mancano shoots phase 2, like, this is a lot of burn. So Ram Scout can heal a lot here. Ram Scout can burst as well, like, this is a 2-turn clock. Havildar does have to kill him next turn or else he dies. Prophecies depending. So it feels as though, like, he's going to lose his Atronak here. I think that's...
Yeah, I mean, I think he wants to lose the Atronach, to be completely honest.
He wants to lose the Atromancer, but the Atronak itself...
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, the Atromancer. Red Brahmin!
Oh, he's not even losing the Atromancer, wow. The Atromancer's not going to die, the Solitaire can't do it.
Well, that, you never know, he may still trade for it, or may just ignore it. Is he gonna play around his own Solitaire? I mean, you gotta be wondering, what
That
card
is true.
did your opponent steal? Like, you gotta be thinking
That is true, yeah.
That's a mind game of Thief of Dreams.
Yeah, which one of my cards does he have? It's not a random card from the deck or anything. It's you have information on what they stole. Not much, but enough to work with.
Look to the skies.
And if you could just find a damn dragon, that would be fantastic, I think.
Well, this is an awful lot of damage coming at Havildar next.
Yeah.
You can go for the lethal.
Let's see.
So you have to shoot a lookout or shoot the face. Which one do you like more?
Look out, because one dragon is now 8 health. Then I think if he heals for 8, you just don't ever come back.
Yeah. Can you come back if he heals for 4 though? Do you just have to hope he doesn't have a dragon?
That's, okay,
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I play to win. I do agree. Let's see.
Although, once again, he could have shot the giant snake though, broken through for the last 4, and preserved a creature. I think he's being a little frivolous with his breakthrough, like not using his breakthrough and being a little frivolous going face. Okay. So this is way over lethal, but mid-mage is renowned for playing a lot of defensive prophecies, right?
Yeah.
Harpy, Bolt, Javelin, Cloud Rest. Like, these are a lot of prophecies designed to prevent your opponent from dealing lethal damage to you. So this is always the tough decisions for people like It and W in these sorts of spots. And if you guys see this on ladder as well, these are not easy decisions. Do you try for a way over lethal, or do you take a whole bunch of trades and just hope he doesn't have another Atromancer?
I like the play to win aspect because so much reach in Mage, it's just like, am I just playing to die a few turns later, or am I playing to win it all, you know?
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I like erring towards going for lethal.
Alright, well, at least he gets to
So
skip the
one
last
Leviathan
round.
attack, yeah. So the field lane Leviathan, I think, attacks next. You want to break runes one at a time where you can.
Switch.
Okay, Red Brahmin's fine.
Alright, so... Ooh, this is it! Let's see what that prophecy is.
Distraction
Another
might
rune,
prove
right?
useful.
That doesn't even give him another rune. 4 and 8.
And it's all over. Alright.
W hits his lethal. No prophecy javelin in there.
Nice. Dodging, that has to be nerve-wracking, you know? Like, dodging all the prophecies. Like, alright, I can do this. Alright, let me find out the score before they get back into the games here.
The worst part is it's nerve-wracking for both players as well. It's not just the scout trying to dodge them, it's the mage sitting there. Can I survive this?
Because you went on the backswing, but can you survive? Alright, it's
Yeah.
1-1, folks.
1-1, so we do get a game 3. Cool. So he likes the Werebats as the sideboard plan. He's doing lots of healing, lots of defense, which is fair. I'm curious what he's taken out, what he's sideboarded out in the scout. Presumably a lot of the more expensive cards.
Oh, yeah, I wonder. I think you want to just kind of take out that late game. Maybe like that Parthenax loop is not going to happen, so maybe we'll take that out.
That's true.
I mean, with this matchup, if you get to the Parthenax loop, anyway, you probably already won if you're doing that. So, I mean, I can see Parthenax is getting kicked to the curb. But what do you replace it with? I wonder if Black...
Do you like skeletal dragons in the matchup?
I mean, that is a guard.
5/5 guard?
And does provide an extra... Like, it can bring back another guard. That's key. You know, bringing back a buffed up Thorn Hismage is no joke. Think of that.
Yeah. 4/7s are tricky to get through.
That's a bit
Or
scary.
5/7s.
Oh, Nahagleave. That's, I mean, it's a single card, but mages hate... All types of mages just hate Nahagleave.
Yeah. Control mages used to boast, I can Manticore, and mid mages can't even do that.
Yeah.
You just stare at it and think, well, this is eating 3 of my creatures.
Off to the Shadow Lane is what you think.
Yep.
And then he soul tears it back, and then you're like, oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. That feeling when you just casually have a 12/12 Nagleave off of your soul tears. Like, it just gets bigger and bigger. Skeletal Dragon, I think it just keeps getting buffed each time. Keeps coming back. Every time, oh, it's getting harder and harder to get through this guy.
Just the ultimate feels bad man for Midge. Alright, so let me... We're back into game 3, folks. Should be exciting. Alright, let's take it...
I noticed, from Havildar's side, I noticed he has all these resource extending cards. I wonder if... Like, I don't know if they're all main deck or if he sided some in, but he has Halfingar Marauders and Fate Weavers. So that usually represents a little higher curve than normal. And so I suspect he's raised his curve out of his sideboard. He's decided, I run out of cards too quickly, Ramp Scouts are too good at defending themselves. I'm going to fight them a little later on. I'm going to make sure I can snowboard out of control.
True. Alright, so what will ITNW go for the Brotherhood Slayer, try to force a trade? I think, or go for the Woodland, go for the favorable, but I think he wants to preserve the Woodland. That's like your comeback mechanic.
Just give me a name.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. So this is terrifying, and this is the power of mid-mage, because he doesn't have a Cloud Illusionist, or a Cleric of Cone, or a Wardcrafter. Oh, we can see that? It is. It and W sure as hell couldn't see that. It is terrifying to come and risk those cards. You have to. You can't just run away, because the mage will ignore you.
Oh,
So you have to risk it, and that's where mage gets so much power.
Now he's thinking about throwing down that Moonlight Werebat to the Shadow Lane here. But that's risky. I think you just throw out the Preserver, to be honest. So he has Preserver, Moonlight Werebat would land. I'd go for the Preserver into the field, contest that. And it kind of sucks to have to throw a Preserver out early, but yeah, there you go. Moonlight Werebat.
4/4 lines up. Ooh.
Oof.
This is what I mean about Cloud Rest Illusionists.
That board control.
A little distraction.
So I think you kill the Preserver here, right? Yeah. Take him down. You still have the... Like, NW still has the issue with these 3/3s currently staring at his 3/6 guard. You hope you snowball from here. Javelin clears the next one. Like, you have never-ending snowball for Havildar now.
The aggressive ramp to get that Nahag Leave you spoke of.
Although, do you like Daggerfall or Mystic Dragon here?
I
This
like...
is potentially close.
Yeah, I think I'd go, honestly. I'd probably go for... I guess maybe the Mystic Dragon at this point, just try to punch maximum damage. He's going for the dagger on the Shadow, I like it.
They will meet.
And the Harpy.
Shackle up. So maximum pressure.
So Big
Or
Daddy.
just keep dumping your mana every turn.
Yeah,
That's fair line.
I like that. Yeah, I think that's probably better than I said. But this Nahag Leave is probably pretty spicy. There is no Silence in Mage. No way around that but to fight it, unfortunately for them. Bring on the Nightmare is now no longer being 6 cost. A lot of the mid-range decks that were trying to run that guy realize he's just done for. So I think you just...
This is where Daggerfall Mage in the field lane. And I know... So, I have a bit of a reputation for criticizing lane placement, but Daggerfall Mage in the field lane here could have fought the Nargleave, given a tome, put the tome on the Hive Defender, and like Nargleave's a good card, but a little different lane placement, and Havildar could have eaten that Nargleave for free. So that might have been attractive, but you split up his lanes a little. Let's make sure you can force through damage around guards. We did confirm it in W is playing Giant Snake, so it's fair enough to play around Giant Snake.
Absolutely. The tempo losses can be often huge, but this one looks like in the bag. I don't want to call the game too early, but we can review ITNW's hand. Well, that looks out are nice. Your points. This
is what a mid-mage snowball looks like. Every turn, all the creatures are killing all of your guys for value, and you're taking damage to the face, and it never stops.
Yeah.
There's no ease up on the pressure.
I do like the turn by ITNW to kind of get that. Unfortunately, that fireball means that. Yeah, this is lethal. So and then you go for the Hive Defender, I imagine. Yeah.
You javelin the witch for style.
For style points. Yeah. No, you javelin, you fireball the witch, but javelin when your own guys for the BM.
Nah, you don't BM people. You just style on them. Javelin the witch. It's the same number of clicks. It's fine. It's not BM.
It's all good. All right, that concludes that.
BMs people. GymClassHero confirmed BM are on ladder.
Kappa. All right, so that's the end of that series. What else do we have here? So the next opponent we'll be facing, I guess we have Havildar versus Roman next. But who else do we have here? Let's see. Yes, we have...
I have Magic Monday on a friends list. I have Icarus on a friends list. Is Toa Toa?
Huh?
So, you know the player Toa? Is Toala Toa?
Yeah, maybe alternate identity.
I don't know if that's him.
Let's see. I don't think I have Enreal. So I'm trying to just verify who I have. I have Don Illo. So who is he playing? Zirki. Do I have Zirki? On the other account.
Yeah. I have a friend request from Don and Zirki, so I can do that one.
Alright, cool. So I'm gonna spectate Zirki on one end and Don Illo on the other. So that's our next game we're checking out, folks. So,
okay. So I'll fire up Danilia.
Okay, and we have another mid-mage versus Scouts. Great timing on our part.
This is one of the iconic matchups of the metagame now. Ooh, he's just running. Danilia doesn't care about that field lane.
He just wants to smash him down as fast as he can.
Yeah, just decided I want to go face. I can just run away from your guard, leave it blank. But that does mean your opponent gets shadow lane advantages. You are giving up something by ignoring that witch.
What does he do here? He probably Steel Dagger, Fireball, Dawn Stars.
He doesn't have quite enough mana for that.
Oh, crap, he does
It'd just
not.
be a harpy.
I lied. I don't think the
That's a good value line, but that's a slower line though.
I forgot the fancy Ram Scout Ram.
Yeah.
A giant bat from Zariki here. Alright, and then top decking the Skeletal Dragon.
Yeah, giant bat is sweet. If you've ever made a 7/7 or a 9/9 giant bat off a Solitaire, it feels good.
I bet. So let's see. I think I like the giant snake line here. He has available to him. I'd probably go for that, but no, wait, he's gonna throw the Woodland Lookout and the Solitaire and the giant bat. Move 3 damage from the board. Heal for 2. It's pretty solid.
3/4 lines up pretty favorably against the 3/3.
And he's guild. I mean, a Thief of Dreams. I wish he could show us what he was guessing. We actually can't see that. It doesn't show that in animations. So it kind of sucks not to be able to see that, but eh. He got it right. But
Wins
you know,
the Solitaire again, yep.
I feel like mages always pick Solitaire no matter what.
Well, Solitaire is such a good one to get, and it's one that doesn't get played early from Scout, right? It's one that sort of just sits in their hand waiting for later. So you can get it fairly easily. You can see a Solitaire, pick it up, and then it's really good value for you as a mage. Like, if nothing else, you just Solitaire the Thief and go again.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so he's gonna bust out the Thornhiss Mage again. Oh, no, Giant Snake. I like it. Then this lets him go Skeletal Dragon.
Yeah, the Thornhiss Mage, the 3/5 doesn't line up particularly well against the 5/5 Thief. So the Giant Snake gives him some pretty good value here. That keeps his Woodland Lookout alive. Cunning ally, huh? He likes double 3-drop more than the Thief.
I can see. I guess he wants to be mana efficient. I think I'd still go for Thief though, myself. But
Yeah, I think I like the Thief. Just get the big bodies on board so you can test the guards.
okay, he wants to get rid of the healer. Interesting line there.
Stunts his development. So this does deny the 4 life gain, but it also denies you damage, right? Because like your Dawnstar healer's not attacking for 3 next turn.
Yeah.
So whilst it does deny life gain, it also stunts your own development, so it sort of evens out.
Yeah, you want to be pressuring Scout because they're gonna win the late game.
Yeah.
So I guess now you swing with your 5/5 and only hit for 3.
Yeah, so he sadly doesn't have any of the tricks, like Cleric of Kind, Wardcrafter, Cloud Rest Illusionist, Dawnbreaker, like...
Oh,
There are a lot of
Dawnbreaker.
ways in Mage to trick these sorts of combat, but he doesn't have any of them at the moment.
I almost said Dawnbreaker would be sweet, but Skeletal Dragon is a dragon. Never mind. No, oh wait, he brings back the
Solitaire.
Warcrafter.
Careful there, friend.
There's the combat trick, although it did come at the cost of a Solitaire. Remember
4.
that Solitaire could have...
But a 4/4 giant bat is nice.
Yeah, this is the sweet part of playing Giant Bat in Ramscat. Because 2/2 is tiny. No one cares about a little 2/2 bat, right? But he doesn't stay at 2/2. You get some very big, very cheap Giant Bats.
That bat's been working out. So, but let's see. He doesn't really have a good way to get rid of the 5/5. That's kind of tricky. Let's see. So you probably. Yeah, that's the tricky part. He has no real way to contest that 5/5. Trade in the Snake and Giant Bat. Don't think he wants to do that line. Maybe. Let's see. Look at ITNW's side here, folks. Dark Guardian, Double Thornhiss Mage, Giant Bat, Windkeep, and a Hiss Grove.
Suriki this time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zurich, yeah. Oh, jeez. All Ram Scouts are like.
Yeah, no one likes Ramscout players anyway, right?
Exactly. Real men.
Ramscouts deny the control mage. All these people just trying to play control mage and Ramscouting on them. They're the bad guys.
Right, all these good innocent people just trying to play the Ram Scout. Just being
Ooh,
denied.
Cleric of Kind. So here's another combat trick. This is what the deck's famous for. You just keep tricking combat. All your creatures keep beating their creatures. Okay, so yeah, Thief of Dreams, see what you get. The Solitaire was used, right?
Yep.
Did Zeriki use the Solitaire?
Yep, Zeriki did use the Solitaire to get the giant back bat.
That's right. No, the Skeletal Dragon brought the bat back,
Oh, wait.
didn't it? Yeah, Solitaire brought something else.
Yeah.
Hist Mage? Yeah, it was the Hist Mage came back on the Solitaire, I think.
Well, Dark Guardian is not too bad.
That was a good hit from Danilia too, as in Dark Guardian's one that Zeriki probably would have played out earlier. So that was a good shot from him to figure out that it's a Dark Guardian in hand.
Nicely done.
For those that don't know, when you're guessing on a Thief of Dreams, you're trying to guess which card your opponent would have played already. So you're trying to eliminate one of the cards as an option, because if they had it, they would have played it. And Dark Guardian's one that Zeriki had it, he potentially would have played, but it was a good read from Danilia to figure out that no, that's not the case here.
And this has me feeling pretty scary for Zeriki to see. That board state, no Red Brahmin or Giant Snake in sights. So what is it going to do? Dark Guardian, Thorn Hist Mage, let's see that. And which? That's 3 guards. I kind of like that, play those 3 out.
There's a lot of guards. It's a lot of creatures coming to fight them, though.
Yeah.
The big creatures. Thief of Dreams has a good body on him.
Yes, he does, and he can often replace himself.
You can mock him for being the same size as a Bristleback all you like, but Bristlebacks are pretty big. Take out the 2-1.
Doesn't play the Dark Guardian, would rather throw out the Spell Sword there. Windkeep Spell Sword.
Yeah. So the Windkeep Spell Sword denies the other 5/2, right? If a 5/5 Thief of Dreams is about to crash into a 3/5 Hist Mage, a 2/2 Ward threatens to do cleanup next turn. Although once again, there's a Ward Crafter sitting here. Although, even more so, I suppose, there's a Dark Guardian sitting here too, right? He fights a Windkeep Spell Sword pretty well. Dark Guardian feels like it was designed to fight the Ward creatures, right? Dark Brotherhood, Ward creatures are running rampant just before the expansion comes out. They print a nice little 2/5 guard so that Windkeep Spell Sword and Daggerfall Mage and Wardcrafter 2/5 is designed to fight them.
Solid point. We have here coming down now. Your own Dark Guardian. Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so he can't even eat up that. Well, actually, maybe he can Shadowfen here. And eat that. Eat one of the 5/5s. And then Dark Guardian Hist Mage, but Hist Grove. Unfortunately, he wishes it was a Hist Mage.
Yeah. Always feels bad to silence a Dark Guardian too. I suspect he has to do it here.
No choice. Yeah, no real choice.
Just silencing out a guard though, you know. It always feels bad to me to do that when you're the defensive deck, like just silencing their guard. So his Histgroves do pop next turn, so Danilia is on a clock. Fortunately, his clock involves 2 lightning bolts, which tend to speed up clocks.
Fantastic card to have.
But he is clocked, because the Leviathans come out next turn, right? And then the turn after they kill you, so...
Alright. Well, let's see. So now he gets the punch for 5. So what does Zeriki get? Preserver is nice.
He chose 2 face damage over killing the... Well, okay. So he chose to deal 2 damage to face over killing the Windkeep spell. And that means his Hive Defender's gonna die here. He'll miss 3 damage next turn. He could have saved his Hive Defender's life.
So it doesn't look too bad for Zeriki, because he can get rid of the Hive Defender and he can throw down a Preserver of the Root. It's a nice card to be able to throw in.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will protect the Hist.
So this is where Danilia has to be kicking himself, right?
Yeah.
because
He might lose on the
He-
backswing. Oh, wait.
so if he'd traded with that Windkeep spell sword, he would have lethal right now.
Ooh.
It's a little complex trading, but Hive Defender and Dawnstar Healer attacking the Preserver of the Root right now would be lethal, wouldn't it? Sariki would be on 15, then you'd hit him for 7 going to 8, and then you'd double Lightning Bolt him. So I think last turn, yeah, I commented on was curious he chose the 2 face damage over saving his Hive Defender, but I think that just cost him the game outright.
Looks that way. Let's see what you can see. Bolt Defender. Yeah, I think you're dead.
I'm not missing anything, am I?
Let's see. I'm trying to see. I don't think Daniela has lethal. Don't see it coming out.
Bolt the Defender, trade in Dark Guardian, attack for 8, takes him to 5, Lightning Bolt to 1. I don't see a way to not be 1 off.
Yeah, go for the 1 and pray for the 3rd Lightning Bolt, or do you play a Lightning Bolt? Let me see.
I suppose so, yeah.
Gotta pray for that bolt. Let's see. He has... Oh, he does have the 1 more bolt left in the deck. I think you drop him to 1 and pray to RNGesus.
Yeah, it looks like that's what you're gonna have to do. you do heal off the Dawnstar Healer, so maybe that saves your life with like Javelin Prophecies. And then the Atromancer might kill him. Because you do need, like, surviving next turn's good enough for Daniel. Just surviving's good enough.
Yeah.
Because then Atromancer will do lethal, won't it?
Yeah, Atro, he'll be able to Atro. Oh, he won't be able to Atro anymore, never mind.
Oh, he is going to enough, right? This is only 37 damage. 36 damage.
Oh, yeah.
He's healing to 39. Wow.
Ooh. Non-star
He can
healer
just-
with the come around victory.
He can just absorb. Oh, but no, Danilia doesn't have lethal. No, he lightning bolts face this turn, right?
Yeah.
So now he's threatening is comfortable with. Now Zariki has to find either healing or burst.
And he can go. He can go Woodland Lookout and Sheer Point this turn. That's full. That's
oh yeah,
full.
that'll save him.
Yeah, he can actually survive.
Trade off some creatures.
Yeah, I like that.
Set his opponent to dead next turn. So that means Danilia, any 2 or 3 mana creature will deal lethal, won't it? Because if he's healing for 4 and Atromancer's dealing for 4, Zariki's on an effective 1 life. Any 2 or 3 mana creature
This is true. Yeah,
will win the game for Danilia.
6 from hand. But I think he just have to play the survival plan here.
Yeah, if Zariki doesn't have lethal, he's got to break 0 runes, do a whole bunch of trading and healing.
So you smack one of the 8/8s into the Dawnstar, and then the Woodland Sheer Point.
Look to the skies.
Yep. Alright. So it comes down to this turn. What does
Almost
he draw?
half of Danielia's deck kills him, doesn't it? No, not quite. So around 30% of Danielia's deck? That's not one of them.
Ooh, man, that's a heartbreaker. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll have Atro on
It's still
board.
Prophecy.
Yep, a Harpy saves you lightning bolts.
And if you don't draw healing or removal, the prophecies get scarier too, because now a prophesied creature is killing you off the Atromancer.
See, the top deck for Zariki is another dragon, actually.
Ooh. So he heals out of the prophecy range, he kills the Atromancer.
Yep.
Yep, so that should do work for him.
Feed and bleed.
Now he's not just dead to the prophecies. Oh, okay. It's a spine dragon, not a killing Atromancer dragon.
Alright, here comes the prophecy. What did you
Javelin.
get? Javelin.
One of the attacking Leviathans. It's not enough yet, but it could. It's the start of a comeback.
Right, and pray for maybe a couple harpies in there.
Yep.
Oh, another one. Ooh, Cleric
Uh,
Klein, dead draw.
Cleric puts him into bolt range, so
Oh,
the
that
third
does.
lightning bolt now deals lethal.
this is so intense. Oh my god. Lightning bolt 2 creatures.
It is tense killing a mid-range mage, isn't it? There's so many prophecies and they all do so
One
much
more,
work.
one more. Alright, he gets it. Alright, Zariki.
Zariki takes it down. I think Danilia missed 1 damage through some. Zariki spent 2 turns on 1 life.
Oh man, that was exciting. that was a nice comeback. I thought Donnell had it. Wow. And what game was that?
That was an exciting one. I like that game. I got a little carried away.
Oh man,
I love those sorts of games
the rush,
where everything's so minute.
So wait,
many small decisions.
didn't he miss 1 damage? I don't think he missed 1 damage, did he? I think that play earlier you suggested actually he would have been at 2 instead of 1.
So when Dark Guardian attacked face instead of a Windkeep Spellsword,
oh yeah,
that meant the Windkeep Spellsword got to kill the Hive Defender, and that meant he didn't have that extra damage from the Hive Defender.
Oh, 3 extra damage.
Yeah. So he would have missed 2 because he did get 2 to the face on that turn. So in effect, he missed 1 damage.
And that's all you needed.
It was 3 minus 2. Yep, and there was 1 life for 2 turns.
Feels bad,
I love those sorts of very minor interactions.
God, that has to be. Hopefully, he doesn't watch the VOD and see that, because then he just kicks himself over it. All right, so they are now back to sideboarding.
Okay. Do we know which game this was?
Let me ask. Let me double check. A couple of these games, I think the last Scout Mage just went down to the Prophecy system, huh?
Yeah, the last game did as well, didn't it? I think that's a fairly common occurrence, right? That the Histgroves, because Scouts don't break your runes, you want to one-shot them with the Histgroves.
Oh yeah.
So you got to find out whether the Histgroves can get there or not.
All right, that was game 1. So folks, we'll be entering game 2 right now. It looks like I think the Ziriki is currently doing his sideboarding process. Donnell is currently waiting for him. So I wonder what he's checking in. Probably something more defensive. I can imagine maybe a Werebat. Even though I don't like Werebat at all. Well, not at all, but
I'm a big fan of the Werebats.
yeah, not.
Scout has access to a lot of defensive options they can choose, though.
Oh,
Wide variety.
Looks like the game is beginning. So let me start casting.
Jump back into Danieli's.
Alright. Ooh, a blood source.
Blood Sorcerer, yeah. I commented that one at the same time. That's
spicy.
Sideboard deck. Makes sense too. It's
Spicy. Oh yeah. So sends it back though. What? I guess it's a way to get past all the guards.
Yeah, so early game, Scout often defends itself with curses and curse-like effects, so early game a 2-1's maybe not the greatest, but late game, that's a massive threat. So I can see him mulliganing it back.
And the Priest of Clan is nice because it'll just get completely eaten up. So people were checking out the Crocodile for the Priest now, huh?
Let's shed some light on the problem.
The Crocodile for the Priest?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that seems to be the
some people
trend.
run both. I know a number of people that run both of them. There's sort of a whole tension between like Broomer Profiteer, Cleric of Kine, Lurking Crocodile, and Crown Quartermaster at the moment. What exactly you want your early game to look like, and people are mix and matching all of them. It's not really settled at the moment. I think mid-mage is in a really fun spot.
So Zariki's probably gonna go for okay. So he's playing 3-4 like that, contesting lanes.
So Donnellier abandons the field lane very quickly, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
He could have had a 3-3 opposing this 2-2. Instead, he's jumped into the shadow, and Zariki gets to prey on him with his 3-4 now.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I mean, really, field lane control is nice because you get to dictate the trades and all, but I mean, the Hive Defender is nice. Let's see what we got here. Actually, he has a Ethereal Viper, so he could actually clear. Board's clear.
Yeah, this is part of the punishment. You really wanted to develop a Black Dragon, I think, there.
Yeah.
Being forced to develop Hive Defender instead of Black Dragon is a rough one.
Alright, so he has a Blood Dragon, but let's see what we get now. So I don't think, see, Black Dragon's a weird card, because you kind of don't want to throw your Thorn Hiss Mage in front of it, lose the rest. But you
At the
need
same
to
time, you don't want to take 5 to the face.
yeah, you have to do something
She has a
about it.
lot of stats written under the Black Dragon.
She has awkward written all over her, because she makes you feel so awkward playing around her. I mean, you can throw the Thieves Guild out, but yeah, so you just ramp up now, and then Sheer Point next turn, and you can get the value trade. Let's see.
Okay. So Donelia's development's a little awkward here. Do you just throw the Cloud Rest out there? I guess you do.
Yeah, I think you want to just push damage. Take out the
Cloud
healer.
Rest, one of your
Might prove useful.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, just develop the crush the healer. Yeah, develop Cloud Rest. They had no choice there. Oh, he could
Cloud
actually.
Rest's one of your best ways of dealing with the guards. But yeah, I think you're right. I think you do just have to throw it out.
See, I mean, if he had fought for Shadowland, he may have been able to field in, may have been able to afford to keep it in hand, but he needs to keep up the pressure. Let's see what Zariki is. He has a couple lines here. He could Sheer Point, Drain Vitality, or maybe Drain Vitality, Leaf Flicker. Preserver's too, but I mean, he just killed. Preserver just eat both of those. No, it doesn't. Eats only one because he has the Fireball, but you wouldn't know that. But yeah, I think he's going for the Leaf Lurker line. Yeah, get rid of that 5/5.
The forest is mine.
Yeah, the Leaf Lurker line's also a lot less vulnerable to the various tricks. Like, he's seeing Cleric of Kind now. And then there's always the Wardcrafter and the Cloud Rests. The Preserve is very, very vulnerable to those cards, even if we can see that Donelia doesn't have one. Leaf Lurker's not as vulnerable to those. So there's a big guard in the Shadow Lane now, so...
Javelin is
Yeah,
a
he
slow
does
move, but I mean, it has to be done.
Doesn't have another play, yeah.
So...
I imagine Zariki's going to be surprised by this Blood Sorceress. You don't really prepare for this.
But he has 2 sheer points, so he's gonna just eat up that Blood Sorceress, actually. And he can go Thorn Hiss Mage Treeminder, actually. I mean, no, he just sheer points it. Sheer point treatment.
Scouts do use a curse-based defense, so Blood Sorceress does often catch curses. But that's the appeal of a sideboard format, though, right? That it's not just this matchup. You can use the Blood Sorceress. She's good in this one, but she can also be good in others as well. Like, it all comes together, all your matchups.
Oh, it looks like he'll be going sheer point into sheer point into sheer point for the next few turns. But no, oh jeez.
But his Lookout's dead.
Oh, that Daggerfall mage is gonna get eaten up by another sheer point. Feels bad, man. So.
By the 8th, they
Yep.
will meet their
So you
mates.
can trade your first sheer point in and then kill out the Daggerfall. Oh wait, Drain Vitality to take out the. So you sheer point.
Yeah, it's gotten bigger.
Oh, so you can clear again. Go sheer point and then drain the 4/3 there, and that's his board. He's still a turn away from.
10 life's pretty stable. Donelia hasn't managed to bridge to Atromancer. He's had to play a couple awkward turns. So this is turns 7 and 8 are scary for mid mages, because Atromancer is a very good late game. No one will ever dispute that.
I can
But
tell you
turns
it's
7 and 8, turns 7 and 8 aren't Atromancer turns, and it's very easy to run out of cards during those turns. Atromancer's not as good if you have to wait a very long time.
Okay. He wants to develop some guards. He wants to get his ramp going. Okay. I like this line
That's
as
fair
well.
enough. Get the proactive cards out of your hand. Save the reactive ones. Take a little less value, but like that, a little bit more value is not as here is just getting these cards out of your hand, right?
Yeah,
Getting your ramp.
Mystic Dragon is just kind of a sad face here. He's not doing much. Just chilling in the Shadow Lane. Let's see. Oh, and you know what? I mean, when the Atromancer comes down, he does have the Oda Daddy in hand.
Ooh.
So
So, are you incentivized to start attacking it?
no, I think
The
you.
Odaving's going to clean things up.
I do a double Preserver here, and then Odaving next turn. Or this double Preserver
Okay,
and get
and
ready.
Yeah, that sets up a one-shot on the Odaving turn. Actually, it sets up a one-shot on the Preserver turn, too.
So I'd go for the double. I like the double Preserver. You can actually go double Preserver into Windkeep if you like.
Yeah, flood the board. That sounds good.
You don't bother attacking, you don't need to, and then Donnie makes Atromancer just awkward, and then Odaving comes out.
It's sort of defensible attacking for 5 here. This 21 should guarantee your lethal rate through prophecies.
It looks like that's what he's debating. Is it worth it? He's debating, or is it worth it just to go for the 5? Not too many prophecies punish you right now.
Thorns and claws.
Yep, you went for it.
I will protect the hist.
And now you one-shotting from 21.
My Arcane Beard. This day will be mine.
Well, looks like this is a wrap.
So this is the power of Atromancer, but you need to bridge to her. You can't miss turn 7 and 8. Sadly, Donelia's deck didn't draw its card draw tools. This East March Crusader, for example, would have been very good on one of those turns.
Yeah, that awkward just. I mean, I don't really see an answer from mid-range mage to kind of survive this. Yeah,
you can always prophecy a lot of javelins, but Odaving should shut it down, right?
Right. No matter what, it's kind of a wrap here, man.
May the ancestors bless.
Yeah, Iron's not doing much. Yeah, this game's a wrap. So let's see. I mean, maybe prophecies save you. He does take out the 9 damage card. That's very relevant. But with Woodland Lookout and healing and share points.
22.
Yep, he has a bit over lethal. Will he go for it? He's looking at that sheer point like he wants to kind of hang back a turn. I mean, which wouldn't be the worst thing. He could go Woodland Lookout into sheer point.
That's true.
But I think
you could also just go Odaving too.
Yeah. I like just going for it.
Yeah, go for it. The only way he comes back is if he prophesies some creatures, and if he does, Odaving just burns them all to death anyway. Yeah, I like the going for it line as well. Although I think both lines will win.
Alright, he's going for it. And that prophecy is a Cleric of Klein. Not doing you any favors at the moment.
You broke 2 runes though. I like breaking runes 1 at a time when going for lethal like that, just so that you have 2 runes can surprise you, but if you break it 1 at a time, you're always in control. You can see each prophecy as it comes. You should still get it.
And there's the Javelin, so
Javelin does save him.
But now either the Oda Daddy or the healing. I imagine the Oda Daddy comes out. And then leave him at 6 HP, and then wait, he's going for the healing line. Looks like.
Look to the sky.
Which is fine, I think. I mean, he's not going to be able to. You got 2 ginormous guards blocking off his current creatures.
This way you don't die to triple lightning bolt with the iron discount or something.
It's something ridiculous. Alright. Jab, trade, yeah, this one's over. Oh, and the Shadowfen Priest.
Break the rune on the left, check if it's safe for Odaving, and then Odaving and kill him.
And that's the line he's going with. And it is all over, folks.
You must be cleansed.
And
Now he's got a Shadowfen, right.
And that's 2-0.
The scouts are shutting down the mid-majors today. They're being very close games, though.
Oh, very close. Coming down to that final prophecies. So the trick is for the mages is to take as many prophecies as you can, clearly.
Yep.
Just kidding. Don't do that.
Survive. Trying to survive those one-shots is a dubious plan, I think. The goal is to not get into that position in the first place.
Exactly. I mean, losing that turn 7-8 was just devastating. That's a scout nonetheless. That's just well, if you excuse me, how to set up the board. Alright, so what else we have going here? Alright, so Romanes has 2 old Halberdars, so he's waiting for Madam's 5 and just another Magic Monday. Let's see who else.
Go Romanesque.
The fanboy, I like it.
Not biased at all.
Not at all, not at all. All my usual picks are in the tournament currently.
I have Magic Monday on a friends list if he's still playing. I think a number of players sent friend requests, so I should be able to watch most players.
Alright, so everybody check out
Fuzulamoto, for example.
Let's see, do I have Magic Monday? I'm pretty sure I have him on my main, so... Is it Magic Monday or just another Magic Monday? I have Madams.
Just another Magic Monday.
Okay.
Awkwardly with no E in it, just another. The E in another is cut out. It was awkward for me when I had to try and friend request him too.
Search and firm. I don't think I have him on either account. So let me see what I can do here.
Alternatively, Romanesque and Madam looks like it's just starting now. They just finished. Magic Monday just finished losing.
Alright. So Romanesque's game is starting.
Romanesque versus Madam, Zariki versus Icarus, Toala versus Napkin Math, and Fuzilamoto versus Picole de Zuzu. Oh, that's a cool name. Picole de Zuzu.
Oh, it's Romanesque versus
That's a
Havildar.
memorable one.
Actually, they're going on, so let me check this out. Just
Romanesque versus Madam now.
oh well, no, I'm watching them versus Havildar right now as we speak.
Really?
Yeah, that's the brackets are wrong. Somebody probably messed up.
Someone messed up the brackets. Okay.
Somebody hit the wrong button. All right.
Sometimes you forget to check in and the tournament wants to kick you out for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to check in. Damn it. I'm kicking you out. Go complain to the admin.
Brackets are hard. I understand.
So did you want to watch Romanesque Havildar?
Yep, I'm watching that right now.
Yeah.
So we have Romanesque
Romanesque side.
on the of course he will. No, but
Yep.
yeah, Romanesque on the sorcerer, and then we have the mid-range mage, which I think is favored due to the healing and prophecies. Well, let's see. Check out Havildar's perspective.
So the curves worked out with Havildar winning the field lane. Romanesque's ahead on the tempo. He has the bigger board. He's the one attacking.
Is this an item sorcerer? I know on the stream he was playing the typical mid-range, but I just saw the Shackle Mace. I wonder if that's a tech
We
choice.
did have some discussion. We did have some discussion of just a natural shackle mace, not necessarily the full item package, but just the shackle maces. And that's helps you race the other blue decks, exactly like this, for example.
Yeah, and you know what? It's Shackle's a strong mechanic.
Yeah,
A very strong mechanic.
yeah. Delaying a creature for a turn sounds like it's just delaying a problem instead of solving it, but delaying it by one turn means a different creature
That's
fights now.
GG. And High King of Meme Town comes down for the win.
Turn 7 kill, just nah.
Turn 7 lethal. Sounds good, man. And what game was that? Oh, I think that might have been game 1. Let me through. Looks like the brackets were reset a bit. So message one of the gentlemen here. Oh, okay, Romanesque 1-2-1. So that's that game. Alright, so we'll find another series. I guess we can go to Madam's Romanesque. On here.
We have the entire quarterfinal lined up.
We have both those players. We also have Icarus versus Zariki.
Yep.
Icarus is another high level player. I've seen him on ladder and streaming. Let me see, do I have them though?
I do have Icarus on a friend list if you'd like to do that one. I should be able to do any of these. Maybe not Napkin Math Toala.
I do not have Icarus, so I think you might go for the Romanesque versus Madam's line here.
Okay.
We're waiting on them to begin.
Once they get started, we'll see the sorcerer. Maybe the shackle maces were assigned, actually.
I mean,
Cucumber mace.
not a bad thing to have in the sideboard. Against the control mage, control slower decks, which not seeing many of. You can take them out against the other
Yeah,
mid
if
range.
anyone's trying to fight your creatures with creatures or race you, good old shackle mace, lock their guy down. It's a little weaker when people are defending themselves with spells, the big removal spells, but there's a lot of creature fights in sorcerer games. Okay. And then Do we know what Madam's? Do we know what deck Madam's on? We haven't seen a Madam game yet.
Not quite sure. So we're gonna have a treat there. Let's see. I'm trying to remember from previous tournaments what played, but you know, people switch their decks all the time. So, gee, we're just waiting. But I guess they're kind of situated. Let's see.
Yeah, might also be a quick break between games. I like to do that a lot in tournaments. That just between rounds, take a minute or two,
Absolutely.
refill a water bottle, whatnot. Tournaments are often very high adrenaline settings, at least for me, and you need to calm that. If you let the adrenaline just run you the whole tournament, you burn out. You burn out at important times.
The adrenaline you can get from that card game is pretty amazing, to be honest with you.
Okay, Napkin Math and Picole just sent friend requests, so I can do any of the games now.
Okay. One second. We're gonna go with Romanesque and Madams.
Yep. When they're ready to start. It's curious that Romanesque picked Sorcerer, though. I know Romanesque's been playing a lot of Ramp Scout, he's been but he's decided Sorcerer is the one to go with here. I wonder what prompted that. Maybe he believes Sorcerer has the best sideboard?
Potentially. I'm just glad he's not another mage player.
Yeah.
I'm kind of seeing
Fired up the game. They've gotten started.
There's a plan.
Alright,
There's always
so where are we here? Alright, so we
So-
got the... Oh, look, mage and... Oh, look, a mage. That class is so underrepresented right now. I'm really glad people are playing so much this tournament. Alright, now I'm just having my fun. Alright. So...
I'm one of the mid-mage fanboys. You can't phase me with your criticism.
Yeah, real men play control spells for it, but let's enjoy this game. Ooh, the orc. I like it.
He likes the increased 2-drop count, and so I've seen a lot of sorcerers add the Prophecy Crocodile, Lurking Crocodile, to increase their 2-drop count. The Dragon Tail Savior's potentially a good option too, though. He's a lot bigger than the Crocodile.
Absolutely.
And he does things like this Ward Crafter. Whoa, Shackle Mace?
Let's see.
Careful there, friend.
I like the
Ward
Ward.
Craft and kill this guy, yeah.
Like that line.
Just kill everything for free.
But Madden's with the Ice Storm in the hand. That's gonna be kind of relevant.
Yeah, I can see Romanesque breaking a keyboard in the near future. Ice Storm's not one you traditionally see in mid-range mage, but it's like, especially in a sideboard format, you can see these sorts of surprise choices come out.
Absolutely. So let's see, the Cucumber Mace is coming out.
Oh, we figure, yeah, that makes it survive Ice Storm too now.
Alright, so Ice Storm's not as great as it was. Ooh, Cloudress Execute though is nice. Here it comes.
A little distraction might.
Yeah, that is a good one. This is one of the weaknesses of Sorcerer in, like, sure, like, even if Sorcerer gets a good sideboard, people get a good sideboard against you. There are an awful lot of cards in the game. People say, oh, I don't really want this card, but it's good against Sorcerer, right? That comes up a lot. You know, all the Execute, Grizzly Gourmet type cards. And in a sideboard format, you get to play all those cards, but it's good against Sorcerer cards.
Okay. So here probably comes the Iron, I imagine. Oh, no, just a jab. I want to make sure Iron needs value. I like it. But Bone Colossus is a great card that I think is underplayed. It's going to be coming down. I think this card needs more love. Like,
The Bone Daddy's the ultimate proactive threat.
it's a pretty scary thing to deal with on turn 7. Like, this Ice Storm is nice, but still not enough. You're still eating 5. Oh, wait. Top deck and Ice Storm. Firebolt. Never mind. Full clear.
No, it's still a 2-for-1.
Yeah, that's true.
So Madam paid 7 mana, Romanesque paid 7 mana, but Romanesque only paid 1 card.
This is true. Much better. And then here comes a Daggerfall and a Mystic Dragon.
They will meet their makers.
Into the
I
crown to
keep a
spit up the
spare food in
hand.
my boat.
Let's see. So I guess you kind of hope your Iron hits an Ice Storm here, maybe? See Iron, and then you can
Maybe
crush and
that
The
blow.
execute wouldn't be bad either. If you could execute Daggerfall, that'd help too.
True. And he gets back the Firebolt.
Firebolt, that's probably the weakest one.
Yeah, low roll on that. I guess he killed the 2-1 at least. So let's see, Romanesque line is what? Hit Lightning Bolt's face? Well, not Lightning Bolt the face, but oh wait, you can actually just Tome Alteration.
Tome and hit face, yeah. Oh, Tome trade is an option, yeah. I like Tome hit face a little more, I think. Bolting the iron.
This wants to keep his reach.
Okay.
Understand that.
That's fair.
Alright. I don't know, functionally not drawing a creature. Huh.
Romanesque's full of 2-for-1s though. He has a lot of cards and Madam doesn't.
Yeah.
Damned uncomfortable.
Not sure if I'd really would have like killed the 2-2, but maybe that's correct. I think I might have left it around. Wanting to save my bolt. But that's just me.
By the 8th, they will
There's
meet
also
their
a consideration for Romanesque could have cancelled that shot there. It's possible he didn't want to break a rune. Because Madam had 0 cards in hand and was looking at a very weak play next turn. By breaking that rune, you might have given him a strong play.
And the prophecy is a lightning bolt, which is useless. Feels bad. But so this is control mage.
Okay.
All
Let's
right.
maybe transforms back and forth with his sideboard.
Yep, that's the beauty of the sideboard. You can go into the mid range or the Tekken zone.
Maybe it is just outright control mage, and we've missed things.
So I think I want Madams to win this. Let's go control mage. I'll root for control mage, no doubt.
Right? Hey, if he has Manticoras in his deck, suddenly the fact that he's down a lot of cards doesn't really matter as much. Manticora is worth a lot of cards.
So unfortunately, Cloud Arrest doesn't quite do enough to the 6-5. I did like throwing on the Shackle Mage, preventing any Tribune shenanigans, as well as dodging the Lightning Bolts. So this has been another awkward turn for Madams. Oh, he's going for the double Lightning Bolt line.
Never feels good. I've lightning bolted the ward off a hiking Emmerich before, it didn't feel good. And I've double lightning bolted 5 health creatures before, and it doesn't feel good either.
Yep, and
You do what you have to.
And here comes the Bone Daddy number 2. Outstanding card. Underrated card.
There's always a plan.
Which is just an awkward position to be. So I'm actually wondering why earlier he broke runes if he's the control. Another card that control just hates. Nahagleave. Age definitely does not. I mean, you have
7/7 against a 6/6 is pretty good too.
So I think he should have ran out the Cloud Rest. I guess he was hoping for value, but honestly, I think he should have ran out the Cloud Rest. I don't think it would have mattered. This one's looking about over.
Okay.
Alright.
So
Ooh, Javelin's a nice pickup.
You got a javelin the skeleton though. That's something. Yeah. Oh right. Survival
no
1
way.
life. So he prevented lethal. That was the first job. Don't get lethal there.
Answer this Nahagleave. My god. So let's get that top deck Manticora, Madams. Night of the Hour is not a Manticora. But you can. Or
There's a
about
plan.
dead.
There's always a plan. Let none
5 life's a lot of life.
Throw
6
out,
life.
throw out that Cloud Rest. Yes, come on, that Cloud Rest.
A
Get 2
little
more out.
distraction might
Alright,
prove
17's a nice spot to be. Don't keep hitting face. I mean, guess he feels like he needs to chip away.
The negation will do it. So I was
Yep.
looking at that Quartermaster. Romanesque's 1-off lethal feels brutal, but that negation will just wrap it up.
Yeah, GG. I don't like hitting the face and giving your opponent cards
I
there.
keep a
It's
spare
control
food in
mage.
my boat.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Romanesque really made use of those 3 extra cards. Look, if he had 3 fewer cards here, Romanesque isn't killing you, then your 2 Profiteers carry it out of reach.
Alright, that's the game. That was game 1. Alright. So game 1 goes Romanesque. I have to say, I think next time, if you're playing Control Mage, you don't need a hit face. You just get to late game, play your Manticores and Maroc. Then really ruin your opponent's fun. That's the entire reason the deck's so popular. Alright, so this is going to be an interesting part. This is a bit tricky. That bug that shows them in-game when they're not in-game. So I'm just going to have to spam click.
I should be able to let you know when it starts.
Alright, so okay, so yours is not glitching, excellent.
No, mine's still looking normal.
Well, my alt account looks good. It looks normal, that's excellent.
So we've got to find out whether Madam does do the transforming type things or whether he just stays as a control mage. So that makes it tricky for Romanesque, right? Because Romanesque, he has Bone Colossus, he has potentially Supreme Atromancer, and it wouldn't surprise me to learn that he has like Wrath of Sithis type things in his sideboard as well. And against Control Mage, if you play all of this top end, like all of these really brutal proactive cards, that's really good against Control Mage. But on the flip side, it's not great against mid-range Mage, because if you're under pressure, if your opponent rules the board, these Wrath of Sithis, these Bone Daddies, they don't do as much work. So Romanesque does have that decision. Even if Madam's not doing the swaps between the two, Romanesque still has to consider it that he can't just raise his curve to full of proactive threats necessarily. He might still need some answers for a mid-range mage switch.
That's true. I mean, game 1, fake him with control, go mid-range. We saw this done a few tournaments ago, actually. Atronach was using a very prophecy-heavy kind of control mage. But then game 2, the final...
He eliminated me with that mage.
Yeah, but then later on, he actually teched out a lot of the... went for more proactive things. It went to more of a mid-range mage. So he really and he did just psych his opponent out because you're expecting this kind of prophecy deck. You're like, all right, let me see how I counter that. Then your opponent goes in the other direction, and you're just kind of sitting there like, well, sideboarded wrong, awkward.
Although, from Madam's perspective, though, he has to be a little afraid of Romanesque's sideboard, right? Because if he's just a control mage, if he's not doing any switching things, Sorcerer has access to a lot of late-game powerhouse threats. Like, Sorcerer's kept a little bit in check by they have to run their firebolts and things, you know, their Crown Quartermasters. They have to be able to fight early. But if they don't have to fight early, if they're against a control mage, they can, like, imagine 3 Solitaires, 3 Supreme Atromancers, 3 Bone Colossus, 3 Wrath of Sithis. If you just go full on, Sorcerers can bury you in never-ending threats. You just can't control them all, so... Madam has to be afraid of that sort of sideboard plan coming out of Romanesque, right?
I think Romanesque can sit kind of easily. When you win game 1, you know, you get to like sit back. So if your opponent does throw you off as a sideboard, you now get to see what he has, right? So you have an idea. Like, so if he goes typical control mage, I mean, this is probably favored for Romanesque. However, if he does switch to mid-range mage, go into game 3, Romanesque now has that information.
Okay, the game started up.
Alright,
let's jump in.
Move that over. Spectate these wonderful gentlemen.
Romanesque leads with the turn 1 Quartermaster. Although he's missing his turn 2. This is always ugly.
It's awkward, and does he want to save the Steel Dagger, or does he want to play it out?
Especially against a mage too, because mage doesn't play a lot of 3 health creatures, right? If you play out the dagger, you're not changing any maths. If you meet a Daggerfall mage, it's the same either way. It's better if you meet a Cunning Ally, I suppose.
One for the Daggerfall, or you play the Fireball. Alright, he goes for the Fireball.
So Dagger just ended up being 1 damage to face. That's not the worst.
Alright, now here comes the Mammoth that's probably just gets prompted lights and bolted. Oh no, he's going for the... Really? Huh.
Yeah. Let the Rune Break, try and Prophecy, get yourself some cards. Yep. So getting the slow, clunky cards out of your hand. Yeah, and here's the Prophecy.
And there's the Mystic Dragon, alright.
I'm always a fan of this, getting the slow, clunky cards out of your hand. You can always react later on. You can't necessarily develop later on.
Fair enough. Dark Rebirth. I like this list. So it looks like he's still on control. Not sure how I feel about the Mystic Dragon and the Black Dragon in this. I guess Black Dragon can often scare opponents, not wanting to lose their key cards. But
it also gives you maybe some sort of... So it's still a prophecy against aggro decks, but it gives you sort of a beatdown plan against Ramp Scout. Maybe that's something he's interested in.
Absolutely. Alright. So it looks like I'm not willing to get rid of that. These Crown Quartermasters, that one little dagger does put in a lot of effort, man.
Yeah, its Daggerfall can't be executed by a potential execute anymore. Threatens the Black Dragon.
Oh, but the Dark Rebirth on the Black Dragon keeps it alive and healthy. And suddenly... I like that move, I like that play.
Yeah.
Let's see, does he Sage or Dragon here? And a prophecy for another Mystic Dragon.
Ooh. That'll be tilting for poor Romanesque. First 2 runes, Mystic Dragon. That's never a pleasant feeling.
So now he just bolts the Mystic and trades into the...
It's interesting he uses the Black Dragon to trade there.
I
think I would have used the...
Mystic?
I think I would have used the Mystic Dragon. But yeah, I guess you wanted the Daggerfalls out of the deck. I'm not sure you do want the Daggerfalls out of the deck.
I see you're in need of my wisdom.
Guard was the worst one. Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
I suspect Romanesque's not feeling happy about how this game's going.
Oh,
played a 7-mana Royal Sage that Kano's killing it anyway, huh?
Oh my god.
But still, a 7-mana Royal Sage that just kills itself is unpleasant.
Feels bad, man.
So how far can Supreme Atromancer carry you? And does Madam pressure the Atromancer? Because he knows he's going into Atromancer turns now. Does he start attacking to pressure the Atromancers?
Maybe, because
more guards.
These, oh my god, that's because these Ice Storms actually do damage. No, they don't. I lied. They have 3 HP exact.
3 health creatures, yeah. So how many Ice Storms does Madams have in hand?
Currently 2. For 2 Atromancers. What a wonderful coincidence.
That sounds pretty perfect, yeah.
And it's going to take out... Oh man.
Goodbye, Royal Sage.
Oh my goodness.
Elements, I summon thee.
So you gotta feel pretty good about getting an Atromancer, but you gotta feel pretty bad watching it get shut down in its prime like that.
Yeah, well, you see the Ice Storm and you think, haha, joke's on you, I've got another one. And they play another Ice Storm and it's just, no. Really? All this false hope? So why attack now? Why did you decide now was the time to attack?
No idea.
And then only attack for 4? Like, there's sort of an instinct, I suppose, to attack before you Ice Storm your own creature away. But I don't think it achieves much.
Yeah, I disagree with the attack.
And if you're going to attack, I think you attack the whole way, like the other 2 go as well.
So Romanesque feels good. He's like, alright, cool, I had the other thing, man, it's gonna be okay. But in essence, it's not gonna be okay.
This is what sorcerers do, like, even now, you Ice Storm away the second Atromancer, well, Bone Colossus, put a tome on it, we still have infinite cards, infinite threats. Have fun.
But he reached Manta, but see, Madness has reached Manta Courage. What are you doing? No, Ice Storm. What are you doing?
He shackled that one. Can you trade Ancano into that one? He wants to race.
Oh my god. Oh, I see. He's going to... Oh, I see. He's gonna do something. He's gonna blink it.
Illusionist to Flame Atronach? Okay.
Ooh. I
think you kill the field one and shackle the shadow one though, I think. So that your little creatures can trade. But otherwise, yeah, that looks pretty good.
And here comes the Bone Colossus. Just gets shut down by the Manticora.
No, sort of gets shut down. There's still 3 little skeletons running around. That's always the power of the Bone Colossus.
That's true.
Even if you shoot him, he still does these things.
And then the shackle ace comes out.
Yeah, this is where I like the other way around on the shackling. I think you got a
The
little
Ice
punished for
Storm
that.
and then Winterhold Illusionist you just top decked.
Oh, you keep flickering this Ancano.
Oh my god, the spice.
That Ancano it's shot 4 times now, right?
The best thing about it, Nakano is actually in Elder Scrolls is in the Winterhold school, so him and the Illusionist working together is almost okay. He's being thematically correct, guys. I love it.
Yeah. I never went to Winterhold, but then I never played Skyrim much.
That is the best quest line.
I'm told everyone hates Ancano. Apparently he's really unpleasant.
Massive douche noggin for sure.
I like my Dark Brotherhood too much. I was too busy with Astrid the whole time.
So what do we get here? Throwing the Windkeep somewhere. Yeah, I think that's the best. Throwing a field lane was ideal. But
So the turn still represents more resources.
Oh, yeah.
It only just occurred to me, actually, it's curious that Romanesque still has his Shackle Maces in. Control Mage usually defends itself, like more removal-oriented things. Like it has been, so the Shackle Maces often don't get as much value. Maybe Romanesque doesn't have a sideboard. Like maybe his sideboard's particularly weak to Control Mage. He didn't have much to replace them.
I think he was maybe not expecting too many Control Mages.
Yeah, that's valid.
But yeah, that Haunting Spirit, man, makes things a tad bit awkward. Kind of want to trade into it, and you kind of hope it hits the Bone Colossus so you can just Manticore it away. But that's an awkward card.
Down goes the Bone Daddy, but his little skeletons are still around. Admittedly messed up a little by the guard.
He doesn't even try to take out the 3/3
Well,
yet.
this is lethal here, so
Yes, indeed. I think he should have tried hitting that 3/3, I guess, but he's also scared of giving his opponent a card. But Romanesque...
guaranteed
Yep,
lethal.
it is.
Wilson.
Oof, nicely done.
Yeah, Sorcerers never run out of threats. It is one of its strengths.
Again, all that hidden face and giving his opponent cards is just... I think really came back to bite him. Don't think I would have done that. Like, you want to run your opponent out of resources, and I think, what, you gave him, what, 2 extra cards? And what did he end up pouring his whole hand in there?
Yeah, or if you are going to hit face, I think you need to commit to it. He did a lot of just like break one rune and then hold the others back. I like a little more commitment if he was going to try to end it early. But either way.
Romanesque advances versus Icarus. So I don't have Icarus on either one. Let's see if I can find him.
Picole and Fuzilamoto are potentially playing their game 3.
Oh,
Toala's waiting for them to finish. Otherwise, yeah, Romanesque and Icarus are starting.
I kind of did want to mix it up. Let's see, maybe we can give Piccolo and Fuzla a chance here. Let's see. I think I had Piccolo, not seeing him on my list here. He might have gone for the other tier.
I can fire up Piccolo. I can fire up Piccolo. Oh, they're not in a game at the moment. I don't know if that means they've finished their game 3 or if that means they're waiting for their game 3 to start.
Let's see. I have them. Oddly enough, I don't have them. I have them on my alternate account. Let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Review those brackets. Alright, looks like Fuzzla Moto and Ella are gonna be going at it. Let me see if I can add. Let's see, I would just need one of them. I have Tuella on this and Fuzzla Moto. Let me add Tuella on my main account. On the account his name is easier to spell. Am I on max friends? Jeez, I had to cut someone.
So I don't have Toala, but I have Fuzlamoto, so I can watch from his side.
It's not letting me add friends. Interesting. If you're watching, you see me delete you. Nothing personal.
Sorry, I get called out on that all the time.
Okay.
Link deleted me from his friends list. I hate you, Link.
Link, why? Let's
Yeah.
see. Oh, but you reach a number of friends. Remove another friend. I did remove another. I have to remove request too.
Yeah, requests do count towards
does
the
it?
150 limit. Yeah,
Yes.
I've hit that before.
Oh my god. I have a long list of people to just complete. Oh.
Yeah.
Why? Oh.
I suspect you're gonna have to go through it.
Fuck.
I had to spend a couple, like, it was an hour or two at clearing it one day. It was, you have to go through the friend requests.
12 is one of them.
Disregard
We got them. Sweet. Alright.
Cool.
Spend. Why does it not list all of them in like a list? You have the space for it. I don't understand. Anyway, I can now spectate them both. Alright.
Fuzlamoto's in the game. Okay, I'll jump into his side.
We got Mage versus Shocker. Mage, alright.
Lots and lots of mages. Yeah, I like Mage. I like mid-mage.
That's
Control Mage, yeah. Control Mage is more yoing.
Oof.
I like attacking.
Yeah, so Fuzlamoto is probably gonna want to give up the Supreme Atromancer and Cunning Ally. I think Toella is Blood Pact Messenger. You know,
You could. I think Fuzlamoto could ship all three of these cards, the Atro and the two allies. You do want to find a 2-drop, and ooh.
So is Toella on? Is he on control? I see the Blood Pact Messenger, which might get off its value.
Blood Pact Messenger. I wonder if that means Cruel Fire Bloom. That's an old thing Dreamwall used to do. Like, he'd hit you with the Blood Pact Messenger, and then when it's just before it explodes at the end of the turn, you'd Cruel Fire Bloom it. That was always a cool combo. I'm not saying Toella's doing that, but I'd love to see it if he is.
Let's see. So, really waiting on Toella here, kind of chilling out. I mean, I would just pot out the Blood Pact Messenger
All can be had.
in the Shadow Lane because there's so much charge at turn 2 of a Mage. Kappa.
Well,
Okay.
he explodes anyway.
Right.
He doesn't lock down a lane.
Right. So maybe he's...
I criticize people on lane placement more than most, but for a Blood Pact Messenger, yeah.
Feels good to get it off because your opponent does not have a play.
No, he kept those Cunning Allies in his hand. He didn't try and...
And the Atromancer. Jeez, I mean... I guess he's assuming his opponent was on control, perhaps?
Yeah.
But if your opponent was mid-range, you get mega punished by that. Potentially.
Okay, so we pass it back. There are no plays here. The arrow is green.
So I think Fuzlamoto is contemplating life.
Yep.
There is a 5-minute delay for these kind of reasons. I'm not questioning anybody. I'm just saying. We leave a...
Life, the universe, everything. Get your Douglas Adams out of your system. Just, figure it all out. You a Douglas Adams fan? The Meaning of Life is 42.
Oh, that is a good movie. I haven't read the books yet, unfortunately.
I grew up with the books. I'm a big fan of it. Like the radio show, the old TV show, all of it. So whenever anyone mentions the meaning of life or contemplating life at all, it's the first thing that comes to mind. Okay.
This is why
Maybe he's disconnected. Maybe he's gone to a toilet.
So we are waiting on Fuzlamoto here to play out his turn. Let me message him, give him a little nudge here. Maybe he could have DC'd easily.
Yeah.
Oh no, cap lock. This is awkward. Nope, Fuzla Mato is here. Perhaps lost in thoughts. We had a problem with the deck list, apparently. So he was talking to the tournament admins.
Yeah, it's possibly he's forgotten to unsideboard. I used to do that all the time back in the old Magic days. Many a judge scolded me for forgetting to, because in between rounds, guys, so you get to put your sideboard in after game 1. Game 2 and 3 you play with these cards, but you have to reset it back to the original every single round, and sometimes you forget. You fire up your game and realize, bugger, this is not good. You can go message an admin and ask how to fix it.
Ooh, Snikes. Looks like they're gonna restart the match. They're both agreeing to. Let me. I don't want to step over the toes of the actual admins of the tournament. So Lionhawk. Oh no, he wanted to be safe for 5 minutes. Damn. Let me message Lionhawk. So Ella. I don't even attempt to spell his name correctly. I'm just confused. Okay, they were solving it on Discord. These things happen. Okay, they're discussing it.
Back in the old Magic cards days, in real harsh punishment, they give you a game loss. If you bring the wrong deck, if you present the wrong deck, you lose the game. Do bad. Fix it after. I don't know if that's the case here. Maybe we're a little bit more lenient these days. That's not that bad for Fuzzlemoto, and we can just restart. I don't want to put words in Lionhawk's mouth, though.
Yeah, so
I'll let the admins deal with it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Lionhawk's decision here on this. Talk to him right now.
I'm curious what's prompted him to realize that, though. Because I would assume all of the cards in his hand are in the main deck. He hasn't drawn any sideboard cards, so maybe he's just remembered.
It looks like he is, in fact. They are going to restart the match, folks. So, first dude's going to, I think, who was it? Tuella forgot to take out his sideboard cards. So, we're waiting for that. See.
I wonder how Romanesque and Icarus are going. Do we know what Icarus is playing? Do we remember?
Not sure, but I want to gamble and say Archer. Let's see if I can.
Archer? I haven't seen an Archer in a while.
Let me check. Let me spectate around while we're waiting. Let me see. Oh, called it. It was Archer.
Follow me, man.
Archer versus Sorcerer. That's always been a fun one in the past.
The Nords
No
must
one
take
ever
back
agrees who's
Skyrim.
favored. Sorcerer beats Archer. Archer beats Sorcerer.
Oh, Sorcerer's about. It looks like he's 2
No
points
one-
off of lethal.
Sorcerer? Ooh.
So it looks like we can catch the end of the game before the others restart the next one. They probably wanted to what? What will he Sorcerer Negation? The giant bats, maybe? Stop the healing. Yeah. Can't afford your opponent to heal. Looking for any lethal you can. Giant bat coming out of nowhere now. Like, more and more people are playing it. Like, even in Archer, it made its way to Archer somehow.
Ooh.
I like
Giant
it.
batted Archer.
Giant archer.
An illusory mimic version of it.
Mundustone! What is this? Mundus, I love it.
See, Icarus is a good player. I have a lot of respect for Icarus. But what the hell is this?
Time to fight.
Just lethal firebrands, I guess? Kill everything?
Time to fight. Time to fight.
No, I'm sure glad all these firebrands have breakthrough and regenerate.
Oh man. He's looking for a drain. You know he's looking for a drain. At 2 health versus sorcerer, you're praying for that drain. Alright.
So you need to hit.
Oh, and the top deck bolts. Well, good
They
night.
always have
Good night,
Even when they have
sweet.
0 cards in hand, they always for lethal. Rule of sorcerer.
Good night, sweet prince. Alright.
No forgiveness, Icarus. You took my archer and you corrupted it. Mundus stones. Lord firebrands everywhere.
I
You
think
corrupted the good name of Archer.
he made it spicy. Although I do hate Mundus, so not the greatest of spice. Alright, so we're waiting for Tuella and Uzulamoto. Did I even... hold on, I might have had the wrong scene up. We're watching that. Oops, my bad, folks. But we're waiting again.
Oh, so the stream didn't get to see the Archer game?
Unfortunately, no. I feel so bad.
Awkward. Well, they can hear our commentary over an alternate screen.
Yeah, you can hear us shouting about spicy cards, and you can actually enjoy it. Think about it like reading a book. You don't actually see it, but you use your imagination, guys. You see it.
Yeah. It's the good old days of the radio show. That's all you need. Times were better back then anyway.
Exactly. This is also another podcast. You can think of it like that. This is like... Alright, so we're still waiting though. Tuella and Uzulamoto. Which I love. I'm starting to really like that name, by the way.
Uzulamoto?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I'm still a big fan of Picol de Zuzu. Uzulamoto wiped him out though. So we're in the semi-finals at the moment, guys. So there's not, there isn't a lot of ability to jump into whichever games. It's sometimes you get a bit of a break.
So we are just waiting. Oh, let me see. So Romanus and Icarus were the other. Are they completed? I mean, since no one reports their scores, yeah. Icarus's name in the game. Is it Icarus HS? I think it was.
I think it's just Icarus full stop I've got here.
Just Icarus?
Icarus and a full stop.
Sent that request over. Tuella. And the other gentleman. I don't see Romanesque in games. They probably haven't started. Though I no longer see Uzulamoto online on my other accounts. I'm assuming he maybe had to restart. Game crashes happen.
Yeah, challenge friends, notoriously buggy.
Oh, the chat is buggy too, honestly. I remember there's like this bug where like if someone talked to you, your game would just crash. That was fun. But alright, Uzulamoto seems to have signed back in to see. Look like it was bugged and they couldn't challenge each other, so that's why they had to
go in a game now.
Splendid.
Okay. And Romanesque does have a difficult decision over in his game too, because he's just seen an archer in a style he's presumably never seen before. he would have had to spend some time in the sideboard.
How do you play against Mundus Archer?
Yeah.
New meta. Alright, here we go. Alright.
Mid-range mage. Good to see.
Oh, look, how fun and unique. Ooh, Fuzlamoto with the awful draw, though.
Yeah. He mulliganed away a Daggerfall mage to try and find a 2-drop, but his Harpy's not the 2-drop he wanted.
This is not the 2-drop you were looking for.
Well.
Did you get the reference?
Oh, sorry, I missed a reference.
That
was
Star
a
Wars.
reference?
The Star Wars reference. These are not. You missed. Never mind.
How do I miss a Star Wars
The
reference?
droids you're
I'm a
looking
big Star
for?
Wars fan.
Triple Astromancer for Fuzlamoto. Darn, Link, you
Oh, yeah.
failed me.
Yeah, I did. His Royal Sage isn't even active, is ugly.
Luckily, the top
Ooh,
deck. But jeez, with triple Atro in your hand in the mirror, that's not what you want.
Nope. Sometimes your hand looks like this, and you just sort of have to hope you top deck your curve. That maybe I'll top deck a 3-drop, and a 4-drop, and a 5-drop, and a 6-drop, and if you do all of that, then you win. You get to 9.
I kind of
But
like.
if you don't do that,
Yeah, kind of like the Warcrafter Oslo field. I mean, against mage, you're not against a mid-range mage. You're not too worried about their plan.
yeah, there's not really much reason to split up, is there?
Cloud Rest right on time. See, now if you had kept it another one, you could have actually cleared his, completely controlled the field lane there. If you had kept the 2-1 over the other lane. Because with Cloud Rest, you could actually have traded.
A little distraction
That's-
might prove useful.
Sure, you miss out on 2 damage, but you have 3 creatures in the field lane to your opponent's none.
Yeah, it's one of the fascinating parts of this game to me, because it's easy to overlook how very small lane positioning choices matter. It's easy to see the cards interacting, but very small lane positioning choices do snowball. And like you said, that would have been this 4-1 dead for free would be the difference.
Alright, taking out the... So, I feel like you should trade that anyway, because if your opponent has another Cloud Rest, you get mega punished. But,
We'll hold no matter
to
what.
draw, gets to draw 2 cards.
We'll hold no matter what.
Icarus wants to redeem himself. Apparently he's playing a Hrothgar Forge Archer.
Oh, we should be watching that! Hero. Absolute hero.
Yeah. That's fine. He hasn't corrupted Archer anymore. He's playing a cool Archer again.
He's playing the best deck in this damn tournament. Those double Royal Sage and triple Atromancer. Fuzlamoto has to be thinking, not like this. Not like this. Oh, he does get a Prophecy, which is a Harpy. It will help mitigate about 4 damage and lets him take out that Hive Defender.
He's capable of fighting here. It's no Mystic Dragon, but it's capable of fighting. That's what you're looking for.
There's always a plan.
He got his own Harpy to defend, though. This is not looking good. Alright, the Daggerfall is playable. I think you just run out a Daggerfall and a Royal. You have to run out a Royal Sage now. Maybe even run them out both to contest things.
So Daggerfall fights a little better, I think. It
Yeah.
eats the 4-2 instead of trading with them.
Yeah, so run out a Royal Sage. But yeah, you gotta run that out. You gotta start doing something. It feels bad, man, but you
Their
have no
time
choice.
grows short.
You hope your Prophecy, your next 2 runes, hope they stabilize the board and Atromancer kills him. It's a tall.
Why no? Don't Atromancer first. No, what are you doing to us? Stop. Stop. You hit with everything first, then you Atro. Please?
It's not too late.
He's still thinking
It's not
about
too
it.
late.
No,
Attack
stop!
first.
What are you doing? Stop.
There we go.
They're excellent. That's what I like to see. Or is he just calculating the damage? I think he's just doing the numbers in his head. Ooh, what is that prophecy we
That does
see?
keep him alive.
Harpy, yep.
It's not a good life, but it does keep him alive.
Elements, I
So he runs out that Atro, get the full 4 points of damage. And he kills up creature. Yep. So Fuzilamoto just had a rough hand, man. Just an absolute rough hand. Triple Atromancer and just, you know, normally you love getting to play 3 Atromancers, just not so soon. Alright, so game 1 looks like it's going Itoela there. Triple Atro. On the flip side, Icarus made it to the semifinals of the tournament with Forge Archer. That is awesome. That's...
If he beats Romanesque, we get to see him in the finals.
Come on, Icarus, go.
Romanesque's a tall order, but we'll see.
Alright, well, maybe we'll take a little peek on that game while the others are sideboarding. Let's see how this game is going. Ooh, okay, so Romanesque is on that smoke down plan.
Ooh, they both are. Both of them are quite a low life right now.
Romanesque
is threatening a comfortable lethal there.
Yeah. Oh, Prophecy? It's the Werebats. Which in Forge Archer is great, because when it gets Prophecy and you have a Forge out, it gets an item.
Yeah, it's always good.
But this one looks about over. I don't quite see. Yeah. In the exact lethal. Alright, looks like that match goes 2-0 to Romanesque.
Goodbye, Forge Archer.
Rip.
You were loved by GymClassHero.
Tremendously. But hey, at least Romanesque isn't playing Mage, so I'm rooting for him too at this point. What are the control Mage players here?
I think our finals is going to be, no matter what, our finals is now Sorcerer versus Midrange Mage, right? The blue curves clash.
Blue decks are so fun to view all the time.
Yeah, we've spent the last, 3 months trying to figure out which one's the better blue curve deck, Sorcerer or Mage. And we haven't had a definitive answer. Like, it's been up in the air. It still is. They're about to clash again.
Oh man, who curves out harder? The age-old question. Who just stomps face hard? Oh man, alright. We're waiting. Looks like they're still sideboarding, so we're just chilling here.
Although it was Toala, right, with the Blood Pact Messenger. And that was in the main deck. That was game 1.
Yeah.
So Toala's doing something different, something spicy.
Saw some Manticoras, so I'm hoping for at least he's attempting a slower Mage. Let's see. So we are waiting up. Looks like we are gearing up to go.
Toala's doing something very different. Yeah, I forgot about the Manticoras.
So we're rooting for him. At least he's doing something. We can at least give him the title of a Spice Master. So it looks like Toala's going for like a proactive control Mage. Way back, I saw Feylash run a build like similar to this.
Feylash has always been a man that likes attacking face, though. He's a dedicated smork at heart. He's the kind of guy that'll take control mage and just say, I want to smork people. Right? Smork control mage, let's do this.
I like it.
Man after my own heart.
Alright, so it looks like we get the Daggerfall play, I'm assuming. Yep, face Daggerfall.
Common mage on mage action that yet warded creatures sort of staring off at each other. Although, despite having the ring, Fuzilamoto is the one that's looking at a rather awkward position here. His Cloud Rest Illusionist isn't doing much work right now.
A little distraction might prove useful.
Ooh, the Cloud Rest, always solid. Break your opponent's word while keeping your own.
Yeah.
Alright, so Toala's options are pretty awkward here. Manticore
Does Toala he doesn't have a Hive Defender or an Illusionist?
Nope.
Either of the 4-drops destroys Fuzilamoto here, but if he doesn't have either of them, then...
There's Mystic Dragon. That's
Now
not
that
good.
guy's less good.
Yeah. Let's see, so he'll trade that in. Gonna go with the Mystic Dragon play. Like it. Oh. Mystic Dragon just gets eaten by. Oh, let's see. Was having a bit of a rough charge. I mean, charge, lol. Time deciding here. Alright. So he's going for the Dark Reaper to reward his Daggerfall.
Creative way of just dark rebirthing the Daggerfall.
I don't know, I don't like that play. I would like something else.
Yeah, that's very slow development, isn't it?
Hmm.
Like a Mystic Dragon or something would have contested a little more. He makes extra tomes this way, but his board is so vulnerable. Hive Defender, Cloud Rest eats Wardcrafter. Face.
my power.
It is difficult to trick a Hive Defender.
Yeah. So tools.
Javelin's always the big one, but Javelin costs more than Hive Defender. It's
a very slow thing to do. So there's a Javelin that would have been kind of nice there. So he gets to do some damage to the Hive Defender. But I mean, that's your turn. Lamono top
now you get an
decking
interesting
another Jav. I wonder if he'll just
you get an interesting
you can just bolt to that and go face with everything, or even Jav probably because we want to keep the bolt for the reach.
Behold my
Let's see.
power.
And the Prophecy Javelin. So I kind of needed that. A bit of
So
breathing
you go
room.
with the removal spell on the Daggerfall. Okay.
Alright.
Well, Fuzilamoto agreed with you. He likes the removal spell on the Daggerfall. I think I like just trading off the 4-1. If you have a 4-1, he has a 4-4. Just trading things. He still has development plays this turn. Like, you can still play a Tome of Alteration. I think I like that and keeping the hastier removal spells around. You end up with a similar result, but your hand's less clunky.
Ooh, there's that Dawn Star here. Very relevant to draw. With his Lamoto. Atolla's hand's not looking so bad now. So he definitely is a more proactive control mage.
Yeah, it's a mid-range mage that goes up to Manticora.
Yeah, he has the Night of the
I've
Hours.
done that in the past.
That's a
I know
core.
Aini used to champion that.
That's a core Night of the Hours as well for a few extra prophecies with some healing. Interesting line there.
Yeah, Aini used to champion a much slower version of mid-range mage. I always liked those. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like just fast. You can put a lot of late game onto your mid-range mage. Okay.
Alright, so we're looking at Uzlamoto here, kind of setting his turn. Solid. Okay hand here. Let's see. Can you use the House Carl to get any favorables? Unfortunately, cannot. Route the Bruma.
It's tricky for him to like trick combat here, but basically no matter what he chooses, he's ending the turn with multiple creatures on board to Toala's none. So that's always the spot you want to be in. Like, it's tough for things to go too wrong when you're in that sort of position.
The top deck Cloud Rest is pretty relevant here.
A
Yeah,
little distraction might
Goodbye,
Punished for
Sweet
not trading.
Prince.
3 face damage in, but lost the Hive Defender.
And now his own Dawn Stars healer, which I'm assuming is going. Nope, he's going with the Cam Lord hero and
I
the
used
field
to be
lane.
an adventurer
Like it.
you.
He'll fight for the field lane, continue. I like it.
So it's your best setup going into Atramancer turn. Fuzilamoto can't clear anymore. He can't be the only one with creatures on the board. He can clear, but he can't clear and develop. Can he? No, he can Tome plus Light. So he can Tome plus Lightning Bolt, but that denies him the Atramancer next turn. So he gets a little punished for losing that Hive Defender to the Cloud Rest.
Cloud Rest, good card, no doubt. Let's see. He can throw the House card. That's just such an awkward card. That's your whole turn for the House Carl. I mean,
You're only playing one card this turn anyway, though, I think. The only way you play 2 is to deny the Atramancer next turn,
Yeah. So
which could be the play.
So maybe House Carl tome up your 3/3 trade with one of his effective way. Get a guard. I like that play.
You won't spoil my plan.
Yeah, he's still in pretty good shape. He still has...
Oh, when he goes face and heals. You know what? He does ring out Atramancer. Fuzulamoto does get Atramancer first, which is a big deal.
Yeah, he has to be favored here, doesn't he? That it's not perfect, but he has the solid board. He has a big lead. He has an Atramancer coming out.
Trading.
Yeah.
So I guess Bruma. I would have gone for the Dawnstar. I guess he's not going face. I guess Tuel is just chilling then. Because he was going
I might
face.
be worried about his healer dying, but when your opponent's on 9 mana, there should be one thing going through your opponent's on 9 mana.
Here she comes, the bringer of the elephants. I'm so glad Giant got nerfed over her. What? Alright, so...
Hey, once Giant got nerfed because you could now Giant your Atramancer, right? Sounds pretty terrifying. Like, Giant being able to return your own creatures. Yeah.
Sure, I'll go with that. Sure. I'll work with that.
I love me a belligerent Giant, but yeah, it was a little awkward timing on his nerf. So Tuala's in a lot of trouble, right? You don't control an Atramancer, not from this position. Even if he does clean up the Atramancer, it costs him so much mana and so many cards. And presumably Fuzulamoto just pushes it through anyway. Yeah. So he has lethal, needs to prophecy. Can he skip the rune? I don't think he can skip the rune.
Yeah, not seeing it.
Yeah, you need lethal involves the lightning bolt. I can't see a lethal without it.
Yeah, so I think it's go for
The 2 creatures in tome. The 2 creatures in tome deal lethal. Let's
see.
So the 2 creatures shoot him to 8. Atro takes that to 3. Tome is it's not. Takes your guy to 7 power. That 7 power hits a 1/3 health hive defender.
That's, I think it was jab, hit with everything, and pray.
Yep.
Big money, no whammies.
It'll presumably deal lethal every time.
Oh yeah, I mean, then again, the Night of the Hour is the only thing that saves Tuela here.
Yeah, the knight's an out, but whoa, you can't miss lethal here, right? You got to notice that he's on 4 against a lightning bolt.
What are you doing? Oh my God, Fuzulamoto! Stop!
No, you got a lightning. You have a lightning bolt, man.
Oh my God! I guess this gives Tuela a chance to get back in and a prophecy. Night of the Hour, so it would have been lethal anyway. Holy shit! It would not have.
Fuzulamoto leveled us. I would have gotten wrecked by a Night of the Hour. You would have that.
Ooh, next level plays. He trusted the heart of the cards, and he was rewarded for it. It's outstanding. But Tuela is now back in a pretty good position to now cloud rest and keep that guard up.
Fuzulamoto confirmed stream cheating the future.
Mind reading is against the rules, guys.
Yep. Is it?
Ooh,
If I go and play a psychic, are you guys going to disqualify me?
We might have to, man. Especially if you're playing mid-range mage, then for sure you get this.
Fuzulamoto is in a really bad spot now.
See.
Kano's a good draw, but that's like that Dawnstar.
Yeah, I mean, you have to kill the Dawnstar, right?
Kano the Dawnstar healer, try and break through and bolt for lethal next turn. Man, I want Tuela to win now.
Alright, let's go. What is this? The bolts? That's not playing for the lethal, though. That just sets you further from lethal. Wait, I know he killed the thing. Never mind.
No, he killed the Dawnstar healer.
Yeah.
He still has.
He's fine. I see what
I
he's
don't
doing.
mind it.
Let's see. Manticora. I think he's looking for the Manticora play. That's his safest play. But nope, he's digging for a healer. Oh, he can actually find 3 healing here. So he can go Dark Rebirth, the Night of the Hour on the left there. And play... yeah, Black Dragon.
The Dark Brotherhood is a pox, and I shall cure it.
So 10's a more comfortable place to be.
Defile our temple.
But let's see, Akano probably...
So you have to risk all the prophecies right there. You have to set up lethal for next turn.
Ooh, and what comes... it's just a Harpy. Actually, just a Harpy is pretty devastating. But not the worst problem.
Harpy doesn't deal lethal though. He can't Akano and lightning.
This is true. And he's gonna have to Akano the... let's see. Akanoing the 5/5 just lets you push for 6. Then you have a pretty strong board for lethal next turn. Let's see. Yeah, exactly the for Tuella on the board.
The first priority for Fuzzlemoto has to be I don't want to be dead to lightning bolt on the backswing. So the 2 creatures on the left, he has a Dawn. The Dawnstar healer doesn't matter. There's no runes left. But the 2 creatures on the left are only threatening 7, so 12 minus 7 leaves him on 5 life. So if he can stop, the Harpy's already stopped the Black Dragon, so he only needs to stop the Knight to not be dead to bolt on the backswing. So then you have to figure out what else do you need to play around.
Your blood will spill.
Don't miss me.
Alright,
Okay.
so gonna push for 7 with the Akano, I imagine.
Akano the face so that lightning bolt's lethal, or you can Akano a creature off. If you Akano off the Cloud Arrest Illusionist,
Yeah, like that line.
that means like Atromancer creature doesn't kill you. It means Akano doesn't kill you.
Yeah, I'm liking the Akano on the Cloud Rest there.
Oh, it even means double lightning bolt doesn't kill him anymore if he does that.
Let's shed some.
Alright, look, he's gonna double
So-
fireball and go up a Cloud Rest there.
Yeah, and even if he missed on that Cunning Ally, you'd then just Akano. So that was a safe shot.
A little distraction might prove useful.
So did he Tekken Don's Wrath? Let's find out. Actually, that wouldn't save him because the Akano Lightning Bolt next turn is definitely lethal.
Yep.
So we praise to the Manticora gods.
And then you get your face burnt out. So Fuzzlemoto does get there despite a tense Night of the Hour prophecy.
That was pretty intense. Alright, so let's turn on
I
the
have
lethal
many
cam.
important things on my
So
mind.
he messed up there on that. You're supposed to Akano last for style points. First you bolt, then you Akano. Common mistake players make. You definitely gotta end the game with some flash there. But it happens.
Lightning Bolt's so yesterday. That's so 2016.
Who Lightning Bolt's facing him? Are we Akano here? Or steal your Soul Tear to get our Atromancer back? Alright, so let's see what we get here. Was that? I'm sorry, is the game 1-1 now?
I think that's 2-0 Fuzzlemoto. No, Fuzzlemoto messed him. He's the one that tripped up on the Atromancers, isn't he? So yeah, it is 1-1.
Alright, cool. So a tense semi-final here. This is a cash tournament, so it's always... So something on the line like that, it's always nice. It's a lot more exciting for the players and the spectators. Let's see. They're back in the sideboard mode, deciding what to go.
So I didn't see anything drastic coming out of the sideboards from either of them. Tuella still has his aggressive plan. He still has his Manticoras. Maybe the Night of the Hour went main deck? I'm not sure. I can't remember. And it looked like Fuzzlemoto was still on a fairly normal curve. Nothing too drastic.
Yeah, it's typical stuff. Just hope your hand doesn't get clogged up by triple Atro. And you can go. Let's see. Still waiting on the sideboard. And so Romanes is in the finals waiting for to use his sorcerer deck as the mid-range blue curve decks continue on jamming.
Yep. Nah, the blue curve. I'm the defender of the blue curve decks. I like the blue curve decks. They're fun.
We know, Link. We know.
They're a little overrepresented.
Over
I'll
a
give you that.
little, a
overrepresented.
little.
Maybe a lot overrepresented, but the archetype itself is fine.
I got to bust out the Prophecy Battle Mage again because of these decks. Like, I just felt good for a while, but Jesus Christ, like, and Scouts, you know, a slower mid-range deck, if you will. At least it's not blue. It would be nice
to see a return of the Manticores. Control Monk. Let's make Control Monk dominant again.
Spell Sword wrong.
Let's do these Control Mages. Okay, yeah, Control Spell Sword, I can see that. Let's do these Control Mages. Let's not go back to Control Mage. Let's just go to a different Manticore deck.
Monk had its
Let's go the other direction. Let's go like Control Sorcerer or like Control Battle Mage. No. Let's see a Control other class.
Let's go Spell Sword. I mean, Monk had its limelight when Dark Brotherhood came out, right? So let's Spell Sword rise to glory.
Yeah.
Careful there, friend.
Gotta bust out those Solitaires. Solitaire's pretty good.
Feels good, man. Ooh, but Tuella doesn't have a turn 3 play.
Ooh, game started. Start of the game.
Alright, so let's see. I mean, Fuzlamoto didn't have a turn 3 play. Wait, we're right. Tuella didn't. But my full screens are Tuella, so let me leave on this one. Mistakes were made. Oh, this thing's gonna take me massively slow. So let me speak to Fuzlamoto.
Fuzlamoto has complete control of the board despite not using any of his ring charges. So one of the risks you take when Tuella takes his curve up to Manticore and whatnot, your curve does get a little more inconsistent when you stretch it too far. And it looks like that might be coming back to bite him this game.
Continue control of that field lane. Probably pot out a Cunning Ally, I assume. There it goes. So Fuzlamoto off to a great start. The Cunning Ally misses, but you know what? My theory is she misses the most out of all the allies.
No. I am like 20% on Nimble Allies. You'll never convince me that Nimble Allies.
Really? Because Nimble Ally always hits for me.
No.
The Cunning Ally,
I hate that guy.
I'll make a ridiculously blue deck and she'll be like, nah, it's okay. You don't need a fireball.
You know how many Nimble Allies I've run into Hive Defender?
A little distraction.
Come on, 4/4 lethal this Hive Defender and 3/3 normal guy against your 3/6. Great. Yeah.
So Fuzlamoto's looking really nice with the board right now. Like really probably feeling good. I mean, looking at Tuella's standpoint, this looks very hopeless. With two Dark Rebirth, Akano, a Manticore, and an Atromancer against this board. Yeah, play that 7 mana Daggerfall. Bit awkward.
Ouch.
I've got you covered.
And now
Prophecies heal all woes.
Apparently. Enjoy the Archmage! Really, Tuella? That's... Wait a minute, that could actually save your... Are you kidding me? That could actually save your goddamn board. He's gonna stand on the Arch. That's always the play, right? Because if he doesn't kill the Archmage, he gets punished with the Dark Rebirths.
Yeah.
And a Lightning Bolt is not really doing much. Mystic Dragon's cool.
So you get to keep the Daggerfall is nice. You just send your creatures into the Archmage, but yeah, that does a lot of work here.
I love it. Come on, Tuella, go. This is spicy.
It is sadly dropping to a very low life total. So it's still a little grim.
Hold my power.
Oh, Prophecy Harpy. That's gonna save you a bit of time. The health there.
Yeah, you shackle the Daggerfall, so the tome gets a little more awkward now.
to another Harpy. That gives you some breathing
Okay.
room.
Yeah, that helps. That means one of the creatures on the right gets shackled down and the other one dies. So it does ease up the right lane. We do know he has Knight of the Hour in his deck, right? So he can heal back from this sort of...
He has a Bruma in the hand as well.
Yeah, that too.
Let's see here. So he can actually Dark Rebirth a Harpy, if need be. So he can tome up a Harpy, trade, and then Dark Rebirth the other Harpy to shackle the 4/4, prevent the face
I have
damage.
many important
Nope.
things on
Going
my
for the
mind.
Arcano.
Arcano.
I'm probably gonna trade both Harpies in. Alright, I like that play. And Fuzamoto gets his Harpy, Fate Weaver Harpy. So you definitely go Fate Weaver, right? You throw her out, YOLO. She finds an Atromancer, relevant. Just not now.
Atromancer is going to be a tough one to control.
Yeah.
And this is the great thing about Fate Weaver. Sure, her body's not great, but in games where you desperately want Atromancer, she is so good at it.
She'll find you an answer.
She'll make sure you have plays until turn 9, and she'll find you the Atromancer herself.
Oh man, here we go. So
Decided not to Harpy. Oh, we can Atromancer Harpy next turn, right? I missed that.
oh yeah, that's
Just-
it's lethal, potentially. But
Yeah.
let's see.
Even if the board gets cleared, you put him in lightning bolt range.
Will he break a rune here? So he's gonna Dark Birth the Arcana.
I have many important things on my mind.
Now here's the problem with hitting face earlier. No matter what you do, you're not give your opponent a card. Because Arcana now
Yeah.
gives you. You should probably Lightning Bolt before the Arcana. You Dark Rebirth there.
Oh yeah, that would have not broken the rune.
There's a plan.
So that was
There's
a bit of a
plan.
misplay there. Because the damage you get is pretty trivial. For giving him a card, and potentially if that was a prophecy, it could have been devastating.
Elements. I
But here
summon
comes
thee.
Madam of the Elephants.
Well, I said earlier that prophecies heal all woes, but
Here's a Jeff.
this is a tall order.
Well, that Jav's gonna help. Whoa, he does not get rid of the Atromancer. He jabs the 5th.
Yeah, he takes an extra 2 damage for that.
Yeah, he's now in Lightning Bolt range. It's extremely relevant.
Yeah.
You could have avoided Lightning Bolt range. Because you would have been at, what? You would have been at 4. What? You would have been. You still be at 5 health, and then you heal with your. With some of the cards you play here. But now. You're in a tough spot. I mean, you can Dark Rebirth the Arcano. Yeah, I really disagree with that that play there.
I have many important things on my mind.
One of the tricks to beating the Atromancer is control the field lane. Make sure you can attack into the left one. Because if you have to spend mana doing it like this, it gets ugly.
Prophecy. Yeah, that's game.
A little distraction might prove useful.
I mean, it was fancy using the Arcanos there, but
I used to be an
Yeah.
adventurer like you.
that is GG. Even without the bolt now, it's lethal.
More bolts to rub it in.
Double bolt anyway. Oh, he's doing it. The BM! That's what we like to see.
I have 15 damage, just take it all.
And that concludes that series. It looks like it's gonna be who? Fuzlamoto and Romanesque?
Man, I'm so conflicted. I gotta cheer for Romanesque, but he's on the evil sorcerer, and
He's on the evil deck?
Fuzlamoto's on the hero mid-mage.
You mean the
Mid-mage is the good guy.
Cancer Blue curve decks for all? Alright.
We're the hero of the people. Sorcerer's the bad guy.
No, blue curve decks are just... You know, it's like Hitler or Stalin, you know? I don't know which is worse, but... you have to pick between those two.
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, like, this is another one that a lot of people don't disagree on. I find Sorcerer tends to be fairly controversial, actually, as far as its matchups go. But I like the Mage side of it. And the Mages run a lot of prophecies, and Sorcerers never enjoy that.
I think the prophecy and healing mechanics in mid-range mage give it a slight edge. Like that for sure just makes it frustrating for a sorcerer because they have more prophecies, which lets them, build a board off of attack of racing, and then healing is Dawnstar healer, just insane in the the matchup, I should say, the mid-range matchup there.
We did see Romanesque is main decking the Shackle Maces, the Cucumber Maces, though, right?
Indeed.
And I think they're designed for these blue racing matchups, these sort of mirrors. So maybe his tech choice there will get him out. Maybe that'll see him through to winning the finals.
All right, I'll be right back. Take a quick break while we're waiting for both
Don't
players.
leave me alone with them. Twitch chat's not a pleasant place.
Absolutely not, but good luck.
They're mean.
Just tell them how fun mid-range mage is.
All right. So, don't tell GymClassHero, guys, but I am actually an Archer fan. I don't like the mid-range mage much either. I wanted to see Icarus take this down. Poor Icarus. Poor Icarus. Got brutalized by a blue curve. I want to see the Archers win it. Archer's the cool one. So, what did we learn about Fuzilamoto's deck list? I think he looked like a fairly standard mid-range mage to me, right? I can't remember anything too far out. I didn't see much of his early game. I don't think we saw Lurking Crocodile, Cleric of Kine. We didn't exactly see what he'd selected in terms of early game, and they're the ones that matter the most against Sorcerer. Which ones exactly you chose.
Alright. Oh, still not in game. Although he was using a spicy deck with all that Dark Rebirth shenanigans and the... so wait a minute. Let's see. You can actually watch the game on stream due to the delay, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm watching the Fate Weaver have a great body. Fate Weaver doesn't have a great body. Have you seen Fate's Witness, the unupgraded one? You don't usually see her because you level up your Fate Weaver, you never see the lower level one again. But Fate's Witness, she has a great body.
Yeah, old girl works out for sure. Thick.
Yep.
So we're waiting on boys here to get ready.
Romanesque, and looks like they just jumped into a game.
Hype.
I'm going to spectate the Romanesque side this time, I think. I did Fizzle Mojo last time.
Alright, boys and girls, here are the grand finals. Romanesque on. So we're going to cheer for the Sorcerer here. The gym class camp is very pleased with Sorcerer.
You want to see the mages fall?
Yeah, I get sick of this mage representation in these tournaments. So let's go. Come on, Romanesque. Slay him.
Oh, did Fuzilamoto forget to decide again?
I think so.
Awkward. I was always guilty of that. It took a long time to drill it into me.
Yeah.
Oh well. Maybe he didn't? Oh, maybe he does still have a normal. Maybe he did.
It wasn't a deep thought process.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
Alright, here we go. And just go for the Royal Sage High Roll. Hit face first. Then go for the
I think
Sage
you
High
need to
Roll.
trade.
Say anything? No, I don't. I wish he did.
No,
And then he-
I think you snowball the,
Yeah, then you
the board here.
Yeah, then you Warcrafter. Trading.
Yeah, I like that a little more.
Careful there, friend.
He's never going to play 2 times this game, so you don't need to reward the dagger for. This sets up a big board. And remember, like, a lot of what Mage tries to do is snowballing by already having a creature on the board. If you just deny that,
Let's shed some light on the problem.
why is this Cunning Ally in the shadow?
Because, man, you gotta be a sneaky. He wants to be a stealth archer.
Yep.
And here comes Royal
Sage
Sage,
after.
I
baby.
see you're in need of my
Ward, Drain. Alright, that's
So
Drain's nice.
he did miss his 2. He did miss his 2 drain there by playing it after, but he wanted to protect his Royal Sage from like Lightning Bolt and Javelin prophecies, and decided it was worth that sort of risk.
Absolutely.
I have you now. May the ancestors
It's a
bless
matchup
us.
that's often defined by who rules the field lane wins the game. And the field lane only has 1 king right now.
Iron's gonna eat a Shackle Mace, I assume. Or even Tome might
Tome
be
Dagger's
okay,
pretty
yeah.
good too.
Yeah. Good night, sweet princess.
And this is the dangers of straying into the shadow lane like that Cunning Ally did. Now it's rendered irrelevant.
Yeah, you gotta contest that. Once you lose field lane control, I mean, you're not gonna win this race.
Careful there, friend.
Alright. That's something.
Solid recovery, but sorcerers don't run out of threats. It is the mantra of sorcerers. They never stop coming at you with haymakers.
And the
Every time.
And the beauty is Nahagleave is a mage's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
You have
Hello?
nothing.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him drop 2 creatures here instead, though.
True.
Cunning Ally plus Spirit, Spirit plus Royal Sage. I'm not sure which. Maybe you just play the Nahagleave.
I like Nahagleave play. Is this such a frustrating thing to deal with right now?
Yeah, it's not much really gets him here, is there?
Only a Harpy, and then you just pray to have a Harpy. One thing that only delays the Nahagleave shenanigans. Yep.
Yeah, you might be right. Protects your 5/3 from like Wardcraft to Firebolt stuff.
As a mage player, you just gotta stare down that big dragon and think, I hate that card. Let's see. You don't want to ignore. Well, he does have the Harpy, so that's nice. But Harpy's only gonna delay the 7-face to smash face here. Alright.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
Careful there, friend.
So now he has to put creatures into the lane to contest that, just to sacrifice them to the Dragon God.
Yep.
Let's see. Romanesque can be.
Now he's at the mercy of this Royal Sage.
Oh yeah. Ward on an Nahagleave would be a rough time. Oh, Cucumber Mace. Protect the Dragon Man.
Mace creature instead of Sage.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
So now Fuzulamoto just kisses his board goodbye as he sacks into the dragon over there. Nahagleave demands tribute. Your sacrifice of these 2 women and this bird person be enough.
The one saving grace is that Romanesque doesn't have any of his burst in hand, unless Royal Sage feels like Rolling's in charge. So that's small comp, but
let's see. Alright, Tome trade Fireball. Then what do you do with the other side?
Your blood will spill.
you take it to the face.
Yeah, That looks like the case.
Your blood will spill!
I've got you covered.
I have you.
Face. Ooh, a prophecy. It's a lightning
Shoot
bolt.
the Dawnstar healer, yeah.
No.
Got nerfed.
Ooh, that nerf feeling it today. Feels bad, man.
So yeah, just play out some creatures, play a Royal Sage, see if you can roll a charge. You attack first, I guess. You don't care about rolling a drain.
Yeah. You want the charge.
I guess the consideration is you could trade the Spirit. Deals the same to the face, but it cleans out that ally. I think every line's going to win this game, so sort of moot.
Will he get the charge?
There it goes. Double charge.
Just to rub it in. Trade first.
Yeah.
You gotta BM, you gotta trade the 3-3 into his 3-3. And see if it rolls on your Horde and on your Royal Sage to really get it. They get the point across. That is a nice game one for Romanesque.
Yeah, comfortable win. Was exactly what a Sorcerer Snowball looks like. You never stop playing creatures. You can't react to a sorcerer. They'll run you over. You've got to fight them on their own terms. You've got to fight them in the tempo of the game.
Alright, so the players will be sideboarding.
So this is the matchup both of them need to be prepared for, right? Everyone, like blue curve decks, especially Assassin F fans fallen off a little, but like mid-mage and sorcerer, these are the decks everyone hates. These are the decks everyone knows. And this is what you come into a tournament thinking about first and foremost, right? If you're building a sideboard, your thought is, how do I fight these blue curve decks? So it's not as though anyone's getting any surprises. There's no, how the hell do you play against a Rothgar Archer question here. I'm curious to see what they've decided. What do they think is good against the blue curve decks?
Well,
Because you can go either way. You can go for a more defensive role, like you can add a bunch of prophecies to your deck and see if that can contain them. You can try to go faster. You can lower your curve and try and race, like Mace of Encumbrance style. You can do a number of different things.
yeah, I think the
Everyone
mage
has different
teching some
opinions.
more. I'd go for the more prophecy heavy. I mean, not heavy, but I'd tech in a few more prophecies to try to contest the race. Because those Shackle Maces are pretty devastating. I don't think many people were thinking about that card going in here. So, I mean, I think those Shackle Maces are going to really pull. Not only give you like a bit of burst, they shut down your opponent from the race. I mean,
Yeah.
Dawnstar needs to break runes to heal. If you're stopping this creature from attacking you, it makes it a little more difficult to get that healing for the race. That's actually one of Mage's advantage. That's why when people say Mage is favored in this matchup, they often mention Dawnstar Healer. But if you prevent your opponent from, if you can negate the ability to trigger that effect, well then it's not so much harsh. Plus, it's like the burst damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it tricks combats too. Like you still, so while Sorcerer doesn't have Cloud Rest Illusionist, they still have all the ward creatures. You can still buff up a ward creature, and that's like that'll take down a Hive Defender, for example. You can fight creatures really well when you're putting a mace on warded creatures.
Well, absolutely.
Well, maybe not a Hive Defender. Hive Defender's sort of king of the curve, right? You play him on 4 and nothing fights the Hive Daddy.
Well, there's options, just not played options.
Yeah.
So here we go. Alright, we are walking into game 2, potentially the final game of this series. Romanesque is up 1-0.
So that was an interesting hand for Romanesque. He's looking at he's looking at 2-3-4, just cleaning his opening hand. But it was the weaker 2-3-4. Like it's a curve of some of his weaker creatures. He'd rather have a Windkeep, he'd rather have a Mammoth, he'd rather have a Royal Sage. Keeps it all anyway.
Well, Fuzilamoto's hand isn't looking too much better.
I think you should have mulliganed that Mystic Dragon. It's quite easy to upgrade the Mystic Dragon, and most of your 3-drops are better than that guy anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. Poor Fuzilamoto. Man, he teched in Ice Storm, interestingly enough.
So he went the defensive route.
Friend.
Alright. So he's trying to make it more controlled, Meiji.
So what's Fuzilamoto's hand?
Fate Weaver, Javelin, Ice Storm, Dagger Mage, Daggerfall Mage.
Ooh, that's quite a slow one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we just topped it another Daggerfall.
By the 8th, they will meet their mate.
Daggerfalls do fight nicely.
Your blood will
Sorcerer's
spill.
Negation's a good answer to them, though. So I think you just clear the board here. You don't need to do the face damage. You don't need, like, face damage just means loss of board control. It means risking Xyz. If you just clean out their board each turn, not much can go wrong.
Yeah.
Except potentially a surprise Ice Storm.
Won't be saying that. He probably won't be thinking about it.
Yeah. There's a good chance he won't be. It's ugly on the mana. So this negation is really ugly on his mana. So he just wants to Harpy. I think even if he wants to develop the Harpy, I still like just killing the Wardcrafter. Like you just tempo Harpy's fine.
Yeah.
Because you still need to do exactly the same thing to the Wardcrafter next turn, right?
Let's do
Ooh.
this.
The ally missing there.
Maybe Dark Guardian shuts it down well enough.
Oh man.
Dark Guardian, trade into the ally, I'm guessing? Like, Ward and Firebolt the ally. Then Ice Storm clears your entire board and Rome Nest tears his hair out.
Oh man, he will not expect that. Oh yeah, the Ice Storm's coming.
It's gonna go face here, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way.
You keep the house card, right? You toss that in your hand. Oh wait, you can't Ice Storm that. Oh wait, he has the ring, right?
By our
He does have the ring, yeah. No, you don't play that. Where are you going?
So he wants the 4-1 in play.
Oh, I guess because it has a
Or the
ward.
4-3.
Yeah, so you trade with that. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. Trade 2/2.
It's a little inefficient, but you want to... Inefficient in terms of cards, but it's better tempo, and like tempo is king against Sorcerer.
Plot twist. The Ice Storm.
Your blood will
I think I like the 2-1 and the 4-1 better than the 4-3. He could have had both. But it's still good. And that's the appeal of these sideboard formats, right? On ladder, you can comfortably say, well, playing Ice Storm in mid-mage is not a great choice, so I'm not going to play around Ice Storm. Like, I don't expect my opponent to have it. But in sideboard formats, well, now I'm playing against an opponent that's specially teched against me because they've gotten access to their sideboard. What does their deck look like when it's dedicated to beating me? It's not just beating the ladder as a whole.
Ooh,
And that creates some difficult decisions.
Mystic Dragon from the Fate Weaver. Very nice way to play 2 cards. 6 mana, 7/7 seems good to me.
Yep. Devour that 3/3 for free. No, he's gonna tome. Fair enough.
careful there, friend.
I like this play by Roman.
That made sense, yeah. Although he's losing the board, and he'll know that. He'll know that he's not coming out of this turn ahead on board. So he's got to rely on his Bone Colossus to do some work. But his Bone Colossus is coming to fight creatures in the field lane. That's a scary experience against a mage.
So let's see what he does. He has the econo to actually get rid of the Bone Colossus, interestingly enough. But he's going for this negation into Mystic Dragon play. I like it.
Romanesque's playing a very defensive game, though. He could have put both dragons in the Shadow lane, and then next turn gone negation, the Daggerfall, and Bone Colossus in the field. And that potentially sets up a race that he wants. He's playing very, very defensively, but like this says, kill the Daggerfall now. This says I'm trying to get your Fate Weaver with the dragon. I'm not sure he can play that sort of defensive game. I think maybe he needed to play both dragons in the shadow and do a full racing plan.
Yeah. Well, things are a little awkward throwing that Bone Daddy. That's your only play. And Welsh wrong doesn't do much right away. Although that is a lot. That is 11 damage you just put on board.
It is.
Let's see. So you face everything, go for the high Fate Weaver, I'd imagine. Because a Javelin could be pretty devastating. Oh, gets the Dawnstar, which is relevant.
I've got you covered.
Actually.
We'll see.
Dawnstar Healer does a lot to this race.
Oof.
So Romanesque needs to Prophecy here, I think.
It's a nice bolt. By Dawnstar Healer, but he did get 3 health off. Ooh, Harpy's really nice here too.
Yeah, now he can flood the board and defend himself.
Harpy,
and race.
And Dark Guardian receives the buff from the Bone Daddy.
Yeah, he's a skeleton, so 3/6 against the 2 3/3s. That's...
Yeah, that suddenly his luck has changed or turned around.
It's an interesting breaking rune spot though. Do you want your opponent on 16, 12, or 10 life? So I can see arguments for all 3.
Let's see. Well, let's see. You're gonna Harpy the 5/5, and then your Dark Guardian can eat up the 3/3s. I think you push a little bit. Yeah. Ooh.
So you don't like 16?
Immediately pushed, punished. Now I'm greening Romanesque here. I think I'd push a little harder. Try to sub lethal as soon as possible. Then again, let's see. You'd have.
Then 12 and 10's a difficult choice again.
I think I'd stop at 12 because. Well, now he has the 4/4, but that's not really contesting your 5/5 unless he sacrifices another card. But he's going to put him at 10. And another prophecy being a bolt. So he could, in theory, bolt face.
You use bolt face,
Yeah,
watch all your creatures kill him.
You go face, yeah, you go face, right? Oh, but Romana, this is a game of prophecies.
Holy shit.
A Harpy. Oh
So,
my
what did I have again? He had a Javelin, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't remember Fuzlamoto's hand.
Yeah, and that's... Ooh, Fuzlamoto has
The Javelin
Thief
doesn't
of
do it
Dreams.
here.
He has a Fate Weaver. He can go for the Fate Weaver high roll.
Man, this is so tense only being able to see Romanesque. Holy crap.
So yeah, but let's see. Fuzlamoto has Thief of Dreams, Fate Weaver, Cunning Ally, and Daggerfall. So you go for the Fate Weaver and chill. I hope he drags that Lightning Bolt.
Man, that Prophecy Harpy, huh? The difference between guaranteed lethal and Desperation Fate Weaver? 1 rune Harpy away.
Yeah. Oh man. I think you can go Thief of Dreams and see if he has a bolt, but I think you go Fate Weaver and you just say Bay, please. No! He went for the Thief of Dreams. And he's not finding any dreams there, only memes.
He might, so that's not too bad, right? Because like you can find a Sorcerer's Negation, you can find a Lightning Bolt.
Negation.
There are a couple of things Romanesque could have at the moment that or could have had in his hand to get through that.
Shadowfen or something. Yeah, I see what he's saying this way. But I don't know, man. Looks like it's... I mean, you still get that Prophecy Bolt, but Fate Weaver I thought gave you 2 chances to find it. You play here.
That's fair.
But I mean, Romanesque cannot skip that last rune. So...
So Haunting Spirit can try to skip it, but she's not likely to. He might as well go for it, because obviously he wins this turn. So he might as well try the Haunting Spirit. And then it's 1 in 3 at the moment, 2 in 6. You got it.
No, delicious. And that's
either the Dark Guardian or the Bone Colossus. Skips the rune.
Alright.
It's 2-0 Romanesque, great.
Yep, that is the finals, folks. That concludes that.
Champion.
But the Sorcerer, thank God it wasn't a mage denying that. Alright, sweet baby Jesus. So perhaps we can get an exclusive interview with the champ there. But jeez, so Romanesque gets to walk away $35 richer.
Well, I know Romanesque just streamed his run through the tournament, so congratulations to him, and hope everyone that was watching his stream enjoyed it. They got to see the champion.
Oh yeah, I got to see him win it all. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. So I guess well, I can't host right away. I would host, but it typically actually makes me.
You gotta wait for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was just kind of funny like that. It won't like the 5-minute wait, but yeah, it wants to catch up. It does its own. It follows its own rules. But
Yeah.
Romanesque is our grand champion, folks. Let's catch up with chat. Some people are finally getting drops. Some are still lost in the desert.
Everyone's getting their drops stolen by your Nightbot.
Yep, every time you type the command, I get your drop. It's very nice. Let's keep on typing it. Building a nice collection for the next set already. And let's see, Battle Beetle, I agree. All this mid-range shenanigans. I'm gonna have to like enter as some kind of like mass competitor and turning myself.
It's okay. GymClassHero has assured us control spell sword is the future.
Yeah,
It'll break any day. It'll break any day now.
It's gonna be like Yugi Moto. Like I'm just gonna come with the spike hair and everything. Like all right, talking a really deep voice. It's gonna be intense. But yeah, that is the game, and that was pretty exciting. I mean, went to the wire there, that last one. Would have liked to see a game 3, but happens to be it. At least both competitors walk away with some money, though. Which I like about this.
It isn't winner take us all is quite nice.
Well, we can watch the finals of all over again. We know what's going on, but I kind of like watching chat's reactions to the matches here.
Gonna have to yell at Romanesque about that play a little later. I really do think double Mystic Dragon on 8 was better.
Really? I think I agreed with him on that, actually, what he went with. But I love how when the prophecy bounced into prophecy. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, Bolt Face get Harpy. He was dead without this Harpy.
Yeah, if he... So, was a safer line actually just to put Bolt back in your hand? And because you had the 4/4 out on the field. That's such
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. He could have just put the Bolt in his hand and won the game, right?
Yeah, that was... Barring a Night of the Hour shenanigans, but that was lethal. Oh,